Chris Thomas.
Mark Thompson.
It's your girl Carm.
And you're listening to Running Back Sports, Sports for the Culture. What's going on? Happy holidays, everybody.
Yes.
Happy holidays.
Yeah, man, listen, it's a real festive mood in here, man. We all got our Christmas sweaters on.
You already
Play
know.
some Christmas music.
I'm in the mood. I got playlists for y'all, by the way. If
Yeah,
y'all don't have y'all Christmas playlist ready, I'm your guy.
You and like my other friends always have like a specific playlist for Christmas.
I got a specific playlist for everything. Like whatever you think of, I got it.
Yeah, you got a 4th of July playlist?
Yup, I made a playlist when Joe Biden won the election. I just make playlists. That's what I do. I'm thinking about maybe being a DJ on my downtime.
You sure? Why not?
All right,
That'd be good.
on the ones and twos.
You got a playlist for Arbor Day?
Who?
Arbor Day.
What's that?
I don't know.
Oh, all right. But to say you're not gonna catch me like that. But I got it.
You said you got a playlist for every situation.
Most situations.
I just had to test you, man.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, but speaking of the holidays, our topic question today is, for our callers in, and Mark, you want to give that call number for people to join the discussion?
Yes, that number is 215-763-9596.
And our topic discussion is, what is your favorite Christmas movie?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's a good way to start it off. So,
So one of my favorites, of course, like you'll get like the generic like Home Alone 1 and Home Alone 2, of course.
The generic.
The generic.
Dang.
Like, my bad.
Just shooting down people's favorite. Like the generic. You
It
can't
is-
like Home Alone. You need
can.
to be better.
You can.
Home Alone 2 is my favorite.
No, Home Alone 2 is like, I think I like that better than Home Alone 1.
Well, Home Alone 2 is disrespectful because they blatantly like left it. After being bullied, I wouldn't be mad either. Like I would have just been like, look, do y'all thing. I would have stayed too.
No, Home Alone 2 is funny because it was like, it's the same situation. It was like Marvin, the other guy, was like, you know what, we're going to run it back. We won't get this kid this time. And it just didn't work out for him.
Nah, it didn't work at all. It's so crazy. Nah, but one of my favorite ones is Jingle All the Way.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That's what.
Sinbad?
Yeah, Sinbad.
Arnold
Arnold
Schwarzenegger.
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Turbo Man.
Yeah, I was watching that the other day. It's so crazy. Like now, like as an adult, I just look back at like the whole premise of that movie,
Yeah.
and it was basically about fathers who neglected their family because they were working so hard that they went last minute Christmas shopping and couldn't get this freaking toy.
Well, Sinbad had, excuse me, that man's a postman.
Yes, I understand. Arnold Schwarzenegger, he ain't had no excuse.
Yeah.
His
I mean,
kid was airing him out.
Yeah, but
It was funny.
listen, you can't tell Arnold Schwarzenegger didn't love his kid. That man fought a big show in a Santa suit for that toy.
He did. He even turned into Turbo Man.
Yeah.
Turbo. I just seen it like 2 days ago. So, I had to bake my cookies, snuggle up under the blanket. I'm grown, but still, just get that nostalgia act.
Okay. And, well, because I'm not on the live feed, nobody can see my sweater. I'm wearing Die Hard as a Christmas movie sweater.
Okay.
And listen, I will die on that hill. Die Hard is a Christmas movie. That being said, my favorite Christmas movie is the Jim Carrey edition of How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Oh,
Classic.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
definitely a classic.
Listen, Jim Carrey is one of my favorite actors of all time. So you put Jim Carrey in anything, I'll watch it. I don't care how bad or how great it is, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Nice.
The crazy thing with that, so I seen a video clip maybe a couple months back. It was Jim Carrey. He was talking. He was saying how he was like going, I guess, to the mall or something.
Yeah.
And then the parent is like, "Oh, look, son, that's the Grinch who stole Christmas." And then he like did the face, like that wasn't special effects.
Yeah.
Like he like does that with his face.
Yeah. Like
I
Jim
can believe
Carrey's the
that.
king of physical comedy.
Yeah.
So
I can believe that.
What's yours?
Oh, my
Sure.
turn? Oh, sorry.
Home Alone 1.
Bye, no. I actually like Home Alone 2 better, but that's not my top. I think my top one, like classic childhood, I would have to go with Nightmare Before Christmas. That's my ish.
That's a
Because
good
it's
one.
like on the border, but like it truly kind of is a Christmas movie because yes, he is
is
a
it a
Halloween.
Christmas movie that takes
It's the
place on
night-
Halloween, or is it a Halloween movie that takes place on
I
Christmas?
mean, that's
It's a
the
great
that's
question.
the debate, but it's the Nightmare Before Christmas is the title, so technically it is a Christmas movie, and it just fits for both holiday seasons, and it get a little Thanksgiving in there a little bit, like it's just the perfect kind of holiday movie.
It's pretty good.
But I have another one. So my one that I love for a recent day, you might not have seen this, but it's called The Family Stone.
Nah,
No.
You ever heard of it?
No.
Okay, well it's like with Diane Keaton, Rachel McAdams, Luke Wilson, Dermot Mulroney.
Wow.
No, it's really good. So it's about a family, and they're like from like New England somewhere, and they're really like quirky, and they have all these secrets, and it's like really it's fun. Sarah Jessica Parker's in it. Like it's
It takes
funny.
place in New England.
Yeah, well, I think it's like Massachusetts or Connecticut.
Okay, how many black people are in this movie?
One.
That's
One.
a good question, Chris.
One.
Was he a basketball player?
No.
What's his name?
He,
Jamal.
he was the gay man of the sun.
Oh,
But it's still a good movie. But like it touches your heart. It's funny. I like it.
oh wait, hold on. I think I know what you're talking about. My sister watched nothing but like horror movies and like TV like reviews, and like they were talking about this Christmas movie where it's like the only other black cast is like a gay black best friend, and I'm like, oh.
Dang.
It's a good movie. You guys, you can't say anything until you've seen it.
Is it on any of the streaming platforms?
Yeah.
What's it on?
I've seen it on demand. I've seen it on. I haven't seen it on Netflix. I've seen it on Hulu before.
All right.
Yeah, watch
I'll,
it. Check it
I'll
out.
put it on my
I
list
like it.
of movies to try.
I like it. It's something different.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. That's
Boom. It's a good start.
There it is.
yeah. Boom.
So we gonna get into it.
Yeah, might as well. You know.
That Sunday game.
Yeah, man, and it's the gift that keeps on giving. Jalen Hurts in his second start, lost to the Arizona Cardinals 33-26, but it wasn't. It was a thriller.
It was.
It was such a good game.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts had over nearly 400 all-purpose yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 turnovers. Unfortunately, he was sacked 6 times, and DeAndre Hopkins showed that maybe there's reasonable. You probably should have gotten them.
Yeah.
DeAndre Hopkins?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, at the end of the game, I feel like if we had DeAndre Hopkins as our receiver, we would have caught that pass.
For sure.
Or maybe DeAndre Hopkins was here magically be on IR for Alshon Jeffrey. I don't know. Who knows?
But Jeffrey did all right. I mean, he was
fair.
all right.
He
He
was
was all right.
fair.
He wasn't like,
He
you
made
know,
an appearance.
he didn't stink it up.
Nah, he didn't sink it.
Yeah,
up.
no, 2 catches for 30 yards and a bunch of pass interference calls. So
He made some clutch catches, so I feel like, you know, can't be mad at him. But listen, let me tell you. Okay, I got a story. I was thinking about you guys during the
Okay.
game.
aw.
I was like thinking about Chris and Mark. I'm like, oh, I gotta tell them when we go to the show. So it was the 4th quarter, and this is when the Eagles were like trying to come back. I think it was when right before he got sacked twice in a row. So before this, as you know, they were doing all right. Like, you know, we had some hope. Like, we were right at the end zone, right? So before that first play, before he got sacked, my dad, me and him are watching in the kitchen, watching the show, and we're like focused. We're talking about it. We're talking crap. You know, we're just in it, right? And everything's going fine. And then he decides to get up and go into like our little cupboard area, and he starts to mop out of nowhere. I'm like, Dad, what are you doing? He starts to mop the first sack. I'm like, Dad, sit back down, because this is the mojo. Jalen can feel it. We need to be focused on him. He's messing up because of you. And then he's like, nah, it's fine. He's gonna get it together. Then the second sack, I'm like, yo, sit down. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna sit down. I was like, all right, sit down. Then when he sat down, I felt like we kind of got like our breath back, because then I think something happened, whatever happened. But either way, I was like, Dad, it's your fault that he got sacked twice because you messed up his mojo.
Messed up the flow.
Like we were in sync with him,
Your
you know?
superstition was kicking in.
Yeah, like we were in sync with him, and then he got up to mop out of nowhere. He's just like, no, I'm just gonna mop.
It's funny because superstitions are actually real.
But
Oh,
that's
for
what I'm
sure.
saying. Like I was like, Dad, you're messing up. Like we have something here.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So blame my dad for those 2 sacks.
Come on.
It's on him,
Jeez, come on, pops.
right?
You gonna pick that time to start mopping?
That's
the
what I'm
floor?
saying.
Come on,
Like
Papa Carm, come on.
Right.
exactly,
like-
we're in the middle of the game. What are you doing? But
Crazy.
you know, I had to share with you. I thought of you guys. I was like, I gotta tell my boys.
By the way, if you're listening, you want to call in, and you got the number.
Yes, 215-763-9596.
Yeah, but overall, I had a feeling we were going to lose this game. I thought it was going to be a blowout, like when the game began 16-0. But Jalen showed a lot of heart.
Yeah.
He got right back on the horse at the 16-0, drove the ball down the field,
Mhm.
quick releases. Unfortunately, the offensive line didn't hold up as opposed to what it did last week.
Nah.
But listen, the one thing that I like in terms of young quarterbacks, I could deal with everything else. I could deal with lack of arm strength. I could deal with lack of accuracy because I feel like accuracy can be improved. Josh Allen is a big proponent of that. But my thing is that in the guts of the game, when you're down, how are you going to respond? If you're going into a shell, then I can't work with that. If you're going to continue to pick your head up, not put your head down, and just get the team back in, I can work with that. And Jalen did that.
He did.
I'm not saying that he's going to be, a franchise quarterback, because I feel like, 2 games is still way too raw for, especially with no off season and everything. It's way too rough to give the keys to the kingdom for all that. But from what I've seen from Jalen, he definitely belongs in this league. I'll say that.
That's
Okay.
not a question. Even when we took him number 2, like in that second round, I always knew that he deserved to be in the league. It's just I didn't expect him to be on my team, and I already knew with him coming and being over on my team, on my team, what that's going to create, and that's a quarterback controversy, and that's the last thing that I wanted to deal with after just dealing with the whole Nick Foles situation. But as far as Jalen Hurts, he played absolutely outstanding. I mean, just going out there doing what he's supposed to do. He, once again, I said it last week, he looked very poised. The one thing that I do like is, though, at that point when we were down 14-26, I'm like, yo, it's a wrap. Like we're back down to earth. Like we're normal. Like next thing you know, like Jalen just started hooping. Like he really turned it around to the point where that game is 26-26. If our punter doesn't go down, we might be talking about a different story.
Yeah, if we didn't miss that kick.
Yeah, I mean, and then okay, so the punt gets blocked. That's where he gets injured.
Yeah.
But he also is our holder for our field goals. So now we can't kick field goals.
Yeah.
We got Zach Ertz out here as our holder.
That was crazy.
Like, if those things don't happen, there's a possibility we win this game.
Do we not have backup plans and things like that happen? Like we don't have like in our team.
Listen, the one thing that you don't expect for people to get hurt is your punter or kicker.
Yeah.
You don't expect that to happen.
Yeah, like Zach Ertz, like as long as he's been out, I never knew that he was our backup like placeholder.
But Kelsey, the snap was sloppy. Like the way it came back was kind of like shaky, and you know what I mean. I can't blame it all on Ertz because that pass, I might have dropped that pass.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I mean, I'm not going to put it all on Ertz, but that's not something he's used to doing.
Right.
Like,
Also,
if he can recover that right away, we still might be able to get that kick.
Also, can we talk about how Jake Elliott is probably a better punter than he is an actual field
Yo,
goal?
when he first punted that thing, I'm like, wow.
I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, wait, hold on. What do you mean it's not Cameron Johnson?
Right. Like I was like, wow, that was crazy.
Yeah, and then also too, I feel like Kyler Murray wasn't having the best game he's ever had. I know he had no red zone turnovers before this game. He had, I don't know if he ended with 2, but I know he had 2 like mid-game, 2 red zone turnovers. So I feel like that was something to like look at from him. Mm-hmm. And just the Oklahoma matchup, like Hurts, Kyler, they're both born on the same day, a year apart.
Right.
Kyler's older. They're both from Texas. Like I just think that's such a crazy, like just the way the game was set up. I felt like it was set up to be a great game, and it was a great game.
Oh yeah, they for sure put on like Kyler Murray. I sound like what's his name? Who did the broadcast? Yeah, because he make it sound like calamari.
He was like going off. I was like, yo, who is this announcer?
Speaking of him, I enjoyed him.
Yeah.
Yeah, initially I'm like, what is this guy getting on? But like when it's like obviously you can tell this is his first time being on. So it's like once he gets those jitters like gone and like just going about,
he was cool.
Yeah, like he actually knew what he was talking.
Yeah.
Like I like when people I kind of like guys like him who actually play the game, so they actually know like what coverages they're going to be doing, as opposed to just hearing like
It kind of reminded me like when Romo does it, like he just like calling stuff before it happens, and that's what he was doing. He's like, oh, it looks like it's going to be this, and it's just, oh, you're right.
Yeah, and that's like I like the fact that he put his own spin on it. He didn't try to
sound proper.
Yeah, he didn't try to code switch and like try to make himself sound like
you just him.
Yeah,
and that's what I appreciated the most from him is that he just kept it real. He was being himself. Like he didn't flip into like a Booger McFarland or whatever. Like nah, he just stayed true to himself. So that's why I truly respected the broadcast. But another good thing that I noticed, I mean, there's still even though we lost, there's still things that we can build on. So, for example, like Miles Sanders, he carried the ball 17 times. He's only carried the ball over 17 times twice, 2 other times this season. That was week 1 and week 2. Week 1, he had 20 carries, and in week 2, he had 18 carries. So, just us getting him the ball more, I think it's something that we can continue to grow on because at the end of the day, he's the best weapon that we have. So I don't understand. Like we have to give the ball to the guys who are the best that we can get it to.
He's shown what he can do. I think obviously more with Jalen. Like I feel like to me as just a fan, I feel like he's opened up more with Jalen. Like I feel like I see him just kind of taking off, and the run game is looking all right.
Yeah, that Jalen Hurts definitely gives you that true RPO triple threat that you need because when you're back in the RPO, like there was really no threat of Carson running in the RPO. You knew it.
I mean, there was really no threat with Nick either, but Nick.
And they still did it.
Yeah.
Right. But with Jalen, it's like, all right, well, if he keeps that thing, he can take off.
Oh, yeah.
Also, if he keeps that thing, he can hit somebody quick. But if he hands it off, Miles Sanders, and we know how many yards per carry he starts to get, he can get warmed up and going. Another thing that I liked about Jalen Hurts is that he really spread the ball around a lot. I got Ertz, Jeffrey, Rager, Watkins. They all had over 40 yards receiving, which is something that we haven't had in general from this Philadelphia receiving core. So just going out there, seeing that Jalen Hurts is able to sling the ball and move it around, getting other people involved in the game was absolutely fantastic. The only thing that frustrated me, though, is that how they got Fogey. They got Fogey going way too late because when they were showing those highlights of the separation that Fogan was getting, I'm like, yo, where was this dude all game? It's just like they don't get the ball to him.
Bench.
Yeah, he's sitting there. Like, I get it. You want to get Alshon Jeffrey involved because of what you pay him, but you're sacrificing arguably at that time, one of the hottest wide receivers in the NFL.
And if you're serious about a playoff push, then why would you bench your leading receiver?
Exactly. So wait. So speaking of playoff push, what as of right now, don't we have the 7th pick with this loss?
Yes, we're currently number 7 right now.
All right.
For the draft.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we're currently. I don't know.
Well, I mean, just to cap off the Jalen talk, I just loved his style. Like, just the way he carries himself as a quarterback, the way he was on the field, like, just his style. Like, I think at one point it was like 3rd down, and it's like he had the ball out and he started running. But like I feel like if it was Carson had the ball tucked, they would have known he's running, they would have hit him. But with Jalen, it's like he had the ball, like, yo, what I'm gonna do? Like, you know, he kind of like giving you his style, like, yo, I could throw this thing or I'm out.
Right.
And I like that. I feel like Jalen he just has vision. I feel like he sees what's out there and he hits it. He's direct. You know what I mean? With Carson, I feel like, I'm obviously, none of us are in Carson's eyes. None of us see what Carson sees, but I feel like looking at it on the TV, I'm like, yo, Jalen sees what's freaking out there.
Yeah,
but Carson, it's like, I feel like, Carson, you're not seeing what's like in front. You know what I mean?
Jalen's decisive.
Yeah.
And that's the difference between the two. Like, as I said a couple weeks ago, it's a gift and a curse with Jalen because, like, okay, he doesn't have that NFL experience that Carson Wentz has, but that's where it kind of comes to play because it's like, all right, well, he knows he's going to check his first 2 progressions. If those guys aren't open, he's going to take off. Now, you didn't see as much of that this past game because Jalen threw for 338 passing yards, which I was not completely expecting him to air it out like that. So Doug he didn't want Jalen rushing as much as he did last game, and he kind of made sure of that. And to be honest, you could kind of see from the play calling that he did want Jalen throwing the ball much more. And to be honest, it didn't look bad at all.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I feel better from this game than last game. And it's different because it's a loss, right?
But I don't feel bad about the loss. So, like, I'm feeling kind of like, okay.
It's like we really got things that we could possibly do.
Yeah, and we were right with them. Like, my dad was like, it's a good game. That's all you can ask for. It was close. It's not like it was like a blowout and we were just mad the whole game. Me and my dad were like, yeah, like we felt like we could win this. It's just like a couple plays that didn't go in our favor. But if those plays did, I feel like we could have just as well won it like the Cardinals won it.
Yeah,
we played well.
We're a couple plays away. Like I said, if we don't lose our punter, we're talking a different story because then we're in situations where we have an opportunity to tie up the ball game, but now we're doing desperation plays on the 30-yard line, whereas like in other situations, you're able to go down there, maybe get shorter yardage. That way you can get into the end zone to ensure that you guys can score. But it's like, all right, even if we get in the end zone, who's going to kick?
Right.
Because our guy is out.
That's why.
And that's why the game ended the way it did.
Yeah. No, for sure. It's just, that was a great game. And then Hopkins, I mean, this is his 7th straight 100-yard game for Hopkins.
That boy.
Yeah,
He's that boy.
Good.
Like, I don't understand what the Texans were like eating down there. Like, what kind of Tex-Mex they were grabbing on. Like, you got sick that you
It
thought.
wasn't the Texans, it was Bill O'Brien.
Yeah.
But like,
There's a reason why he doesn't have a job right now.
but that's what I'm saying. Like, that was the dumb. Imagine. Let me just say, gotta add this in. He was a former Penn State coach. Just saying. So I'm not understanding his mindset. What were you thinking, Bill? You messed up. You messed up. Because
man, you guys keep sending us duds in the NFL.
I know, but listen, Hopkins is that man. Like, he's great. Like, if we had Hopkins on that last play, we would have had a touchdown.
If we had him all season.
No, I know, but like in that one play, it's like Hopkins would have caught that.
Probably.
That's the kind of receiver he is. Because Jalen had it right there. Like, that's the thing I said. Like, he had all his passes. I feel like most of them were on the money. Like, they were kind of right in the area they needed to be.
Yeah.
People got to make the catch.
And once again, we're live on 98.5 WJYN and on Time Radio Philly.org. And we want to give a call and give it the calling number, Mark.
The phone number is 215-763-9596.
Those guys are Philadelphia Eagles. Also on the ledger, other Week 15 matchups, wild card scenario, playoff scenarios, and the NBA season starts tonight. Yes. So we're going to be talking a lot of heavy NBA on the top of the hour. But just to end the Philadelphia Eagles talk, at this point, what do you do with And unfortunately, once again, we're in a quarterback controversy, which
Okay.
probably, again, for it's, oh my God. I feel like throughout all my years of Philadelphia Eagles fan,
It's always been.
it's always a quarterback controversy.
When McNabb got drafted, they wanted Ricky Williams.
Yeah.
Then when McNabb's turned to start, like it's so
When
many situations.
McNabb got drafted, they wanted Ricky Williams. When
Yeah.
McNabb got hurt and AJ Feely won those strings of games, they wanted to get rid of McNabb for AJ Feely. And then,
AJ Phillips a bum.
he got paid a bunch of money in Miami and didn't do nothing.
Bum juice.
Yeah.
You can even talk about the whole Kevin Cobb, Michael Vick situation.
Even before that, Jeff Garcia.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Yeah. Part of me kind of wanted Jeff Garcia to come back as a backup, and he wanted to come back as a backup. He didn't want to be a starter.
Yeah.
But McNabb wasn't playing that, so he went down to Tampa Bay. And then the whole Kevin Cobb, Michael Vick situation. And then after that, it was Nick Foles. Then after that, it was Mark Sanchez and Sam Bradford. Then we get Carson.
Forgot Mark Sanchez played for our team.
Yeah,
He
I
did.
tried to.
For a hot second.
Yeah.
What number did he even wear here? Was that to Chip Kelly years?
Yeah, I think it was 6. No, it was 3. It was 3.
Why? Why was he here?
Chip Kelly.
I know that's Juan's boy and all, but I forgot. I don't even want to remember that time period in my life when the Eagles were like that bad.
But listen, here's the thing. It is in Philadelphia without, quarterback controversy. And honestly, I don't get it. I really don't. I don't get why Philadelphia fans always want a quarterback controversy. It's like, why can't you guys just be happy?
I mean, I could see if we created it, but we don't. The organization creates it.
Yeah.
It's like it's unnecessary.
No, it's like the organization creates it, the media then, eggs onto it.
Oh.
And then the fans here just magnifies it.
Oh, for
Every
sure.
time.
Kenny, of course.
98.5 WJYN is calling.
It's Mr. Norris.
Hey, Dad, how's it going?
What's up, Mr. Norris?
What's up, guys? How you doing?
I'm good, man.
Hi.
Happy holidays.
We ain't heard from you in weeks.
Hey, look. It's called working, son. It's called working.
My bad.
All right? Especially we got that monster across here, the way he is hard to shop over there and everything. There's little super and everything. Okay? All right? You should have stopped at him, but oh no, I had to have a big family. No sense.
We all learn from our mistakes. Anyway, Dad, what's going on?
So tell me something, guys. Pennsylvania has returned to Hurtsylvania. Is that true?
For me, it's true. It's 100%
Hurts
true.
is that man.
He's the guy.
He's that boy.
For me, I said this last week too, and I'm gonna just be honest. Like Philadelphia, we're the home of the black quarterback, especially the most successful ones. If you think about
On
it.
Mark's teams, that's how it goes.
Yes, on my teams. And who else? Like just Jalen Hurts' body language is completely different. Like I didn't see him hanging his head down, all mad on third down. Like nah, he's like, look, we're gonna go out there, we're gonna get him next. You know what? I'm not gonna jump on it fast, pause, but I like Jalen Hurts.
Oh my gosh.
And his first team, shows that he's got some skills. Okay? But I'm not on one of the bandwagon just yet. See how he goes down the season. Okay? And on top of that, I'm still not ready to give him on wins. Because the talent is there. Mr. Cheney lost when he got hurt back in 2017. Okay? And the Eagles made a big financial commitment to him. Now, Carson Wentz may not be made for Philadelphia. Because let's face it, in Philadelphia, if you're not out there doing a good job, we'll let you know, am I right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, if some athletes can take it, they harness it. Charles Barkley lay down the line every time. Allen Iverson lay down the line every time. Okay? The name of few.
Yeah.
Eric Allen, all of them, back in the day, they laid it down the line all the time. Ike Reese, Douglas, Axman, Trent, they laid it down the line all the time. Okay? Here in Philadelphia, if you're out there dogging it, you're not giving your best effort, then we'll let you know. Some athletes can take it. They built for it and everything, some aren't. They're too overly sensitive. Like, oh, I gotta get out of Philadelphia. Okay? As long as the athletes that couldn't take me into Philadelphia, the fans get to them, okay, they shrunk. Okay, and they couldn't handle that pressure.
Yeah.
Am I right or am I wrong?
Yeah, you're right. We might be looking at another Eric Lindros situation here.
Shoot, we might be looking at another Markel Fultz situation here.
Oh, don't say that.
It's just being honest. I mean, sometimes a change of scenery does work for people. Like at the end of the day, I still do like Carson Wentz because like his talent, we know it's there. There, like when he's on, there's only like a certain few people that can perform the way that he performs, and that's only when he's on. But it's been so long since we've seen him on. It's just like, yo, does he really? Does he still have it? Does he have it? Like, like I think this whole 2020 pandemic thing, it really might have hurt him in this situation because he didn't have that time to gel and be with his teammates. But also, I could play devil's advocate and say, well, look at Jalen Hurts. He didn't have that time. He was getting
rookie.
Yeah, he was getting third string reps in the beginning, and look at how great he's turned out. So a part of me does feel like it's 100% a confidence issue, and it's been that since the whole Nick Foles situation, and then it possibly just got worse and deteriorated as they went ahead and drafted Jalen Hurts in that second round. So there's a lot of things that need to be fixed with him.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Well,
the thing,
and even when this probably have a concept thing, I still don't trust confidence to the right fit.
Me either. I don't want it.
that's the major thing. It's like everybody's all clamoring for Jalen Hurts, but all this is doing is that the better Jalen Hurts plays, the more it absolves, the perspective that what Carson Wentz was the problem, not Doug Peterson's play calling or Howie Roseman's reason why he drafted him in the second round. So all this do is just pass the buck to blame on Wentz. And if we get rid of Wentz and he goes to Indianapolis, reunites with Frank Reich, and he looks like a franchise quarterback, and they're competing for a Super Bowl. Meanwhile, the same thing that might happen. Here's the thing: 3 straight years, Doug Peterson's been the coach for Carson Wentz, and he's regressed every single year. What do you think? I mean, what do you think is going to happen? Like when if Jalen Hurts goes out and has these bad string of games, same as Carson Wentz, Philly fans are going to let him hear it. It's the same cycle all over again.
Yeah,
Well,
that's true.
I look at it like this, okay? If Jerry Lord knows anything, he should know that he should find somebody in that organization, okay, go find somebody outside the organization to handle the draft, okay? Because let's face it, Jalen Hurts basically how a lifeline, a life jacket, life preserver, okay? So that's going to have thinking like, how, like, yeah, we're going to be quarterback fast, it'll be fine. But the bottom line is, they could have had Jalen Hurts in the third round and still got a quality player in the second round. Let's face it, our linebacker core is non-existent, okay? Our defensive secondary, okay? The guys that are out there, they play with heart. I give them that, okay? But like a week ago, they were bagging groceries in giant houses, okay? And on top of that, the O-line is atrocious. And Matt Pryor should be locked up for stealing money.
Should be in the same place where Jamon Brown is.
Yes. And that, I mean, every time I see Justin Jefferson, broke Randy Moss's rookie record for a reception.
Yep.
Every time I see K. Metcalf, every time I see C.D. Lamb, Brandon Ayuk, okay,
Terry McLaurin.
all those young receivers that the Eagles could have had everything. I'm still looking at how like, yeah, okay. But because I don't know why they decided the linebacker position, I don't know, but they need to do something, or else we'll get gas like they did before. Let's face it, these will give 508 yards.
Yeah.
This just fits the Philly
Hey,
narrative.
guys,
Man.
tell me, with the basketball season starting tonight, what's your prediction for the Sixers?
High hopes.
Mm.
High hopes for the Sixers, man. I'm gonna go positive on this.
I got him in the middle of the pack.
I'm gonna hope
until
for
I
the
see
best.
what's going on. I got them in the middle of the pack. Like they were the 5th seed last year. I got them between 4 and 6.
I'll go third. I feel like if we make the upgrade from Brett Brown to Doc Rivers, and he gets the maximizes Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons, and also the fact that we got a legitimate bench now. Shake Milton looks like a prominent 6th man of the year candidate now. Tyrese Maxey, Dwight Howard backing up Joel Embiid. So to be honest, like outside of maybe the Bucks and the Nets, I could definitely see them be a 3rd seed.
Well, let's face it. Aside from maybe the Nets and the Bucks, and Atlanta is looking like strack, okay? Because they made some smart free agent signings, Rondo, Gallinari, and Bojanovic. Yeah, they already had Trae Young and John Collins, Kevin Huber. Yeah, they're going to be a problem. But I'm going to say this: Ben Simmons, it's time. It's time for you to step up. Okay, I don't know if they got a mental block. You need to go see Dr. Phil, Oprah, Dr. Spock, whatever. But if you ever start shooting, you're gonna be going by trees.
Is Mr. Norris like
I'm saying that
related
right now.
to you?
Yes, he's my dad.
He's your actual father.
Yes.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I didn't know. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Norris. You're breaking it down for us, and you're really proving Mark's point. And Mark is like so giddy right now because he's like, finally, someone on the radio agrees with me. So we're happy. He's happy. Thank you.
So you guys keep up the great work. Chris, love you both, guys. Happy holidays, okay?
All right, Dad. One more question before we let you go. What is your favorite? Our off-topic question is: what is your favorite Christmas movie?
My favorite Christmas what?
Favorite Christmas movie?
Oh, that goes to my question. Me and your grandmother watched it all the time. A Christmas Story.
Oh,
I knew he was going to say that. That's
It's
a
a classic.
classic.
for sure.
BB
Yeah,
gun.
that plays every year. They put it on TV as a 24-hour Christmas Story marathon.
I've never really
Okay,
seen that
me
movie.
and your mom
Still.
love that. We saw, and to show how old I am, your grandmother and I saw it in the movie theaters back in the early 80s.
When you were a kid, or were you like a teen?
Yeah, I was in my like, was like not even a teenager yet, okay?
Oh, okay. Listen. You sound young.
Make a smart comment about my age, but I'll cave your chest there, boy. I still know where you live.
You sound young. I just want to know. Yeah, Chris.
This wasn't even me. I'm catching straight bullets for no reason. All right, Dad. Thanks for calling in, man.
Thank you, Mr. Norris. Happy
Thanks,
holidays.
Norris.
Happy holidays.
Thanks.
You trying to get me killed?
Your dad is like a G. He sounds pretty G. Like,
Mr. Norris always come on with that heat.
seriously, he was like kind of breaking it down. Huh?
Yeah. Once again, you're listening.
Now I know where you get it from.
Yeah. So once again, you listen. Yeah. Listen. You're listening to 98.5 WJYN. Running Back Sports for the Culture. We're going to give that call-in number to join the discussion.
That number is 215-763-9596.
Yeah.
Yo, just to go back to the Christmas Story, right?
Yeah.
You know how like we do dumb things as a kid?
Yeah.
I'm actually about to tell this story on air. So like there's this scene where the kid like licks the telephone pole and his tongue gets
I remember.
caught.
I kind of know.
So as a kid, I like tried it and like, oh, it didn't work. So then like one day, right? I was like, yo, I'm gonna try it again. But instead I took a piece of ice from the freezer and I did it, and the ice was like stuck to my tongue
Outside or inside?
inside. And I was just like, oh my God, like it's really stuck. So then I ripped it off. And then like my taste buds were like messed up for like a good week or so. And that was one of the moments where I was like, I'm never trying that again. Like,
Was it an ice cube from like the tray, or was it just like?
Nah, it was like a big like ice cube,
Oh,
like
okay.
yeah, from the tray. And I just did some dumb stuff, and then here I am, getting my taste buds all ripped out because I want to reenact a movie, seeing if it really works.
Sounds
Oh
painful.
man, I thought putting my hand on the stove was stupid.
Oh, that's right up there.
I've never really seen a Christmas Story. I feel like ashamed. I gotta watch it.
You gotta check
I've
it
seen
out.
some of it, but I haven't seen it like
Well,
from
you-
beginning to end.
You got 3 days. So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I believe on Christmas Eve, I
It's-
feel like they play it nonstop.
that's what your dad said. He said it's
Yeah.
gonna be a loop on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna catch it
Yeah, you'll catch it.
for sure.
What was we talking about before your dad called in?
No, we were just finishing up. Our thoughts about the Philadelphia Eagles. That's it.
Oh,
And I think that's a good way to end it. Let's just do a real quick recap on the NFL Week 15.
Okay.
What,
You want to talk about your boy, your baby boy? Get you happy real quick?
ARC.
I mean,
Say his name.
Oh wait, no,
I love it.
ACR. What's
Say
it?
his
How do you
name.
say it?
Aaron Charles Rodgers.
Aaron Charles
I
Rodgers.
mean, he didn't have a really explosive game. I mean, I kind of needed to I kind of needed him to pull that because unfortunately I played against him in 2 playoff games this weekend in fantasy.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, just chill back
Chill
for a
out,
bit.
bro.
You want to give Aaron Jones a touchdown or 2, then do that. But the Packers keep rolling, and fortunately, the Chiefs, helped out the Packers as well. Given the Saints a loss, so the Packers, they control their own destiny. A win on Sunday night against their Sunday night matchup against the Tennessee Titans, which is massive in Lambeau, because the Titans are trying to keep pace to win the AFC North, and that the Packers win to get home field advantage to the playoffs, which will be the first time since 2011 the Packers have home field advantage going into the postseason.
That's kind of a shock to me. I mean, because they always win their division, but they don't. So they haven't been number one in a
Yeah,
while.
no, it's been a while because you got to think like the prime of the Legion of Boom.
Yeah.
You got the Saints also.
Yeah.
And, the 49ers and the Seahawks been going back and forth for the
Right.
division and all that. So yeah, it's been a while, but get in how you fit in.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
Facts.
Yeah. So Any games that stood out to you this past week?
The first one, the Chargers in Las Vegas. I
Yeah.
mean, just to kind of kick that off. Justin Herbert, that boy hoop.
Yeah.
He's a big guy.
Yeah.
He's like 6'6", looks very, agile, and I was like, wow, look at him.
He
out
might mess
there.
around and really get the Rookie of the Year. They'll probably get it.
It's his to lose.
Yeah, they'll get it to him. I mean, I don't think Justin Jefferson can edge him for it, but because it's a quarterback-driven league. Like, the quarterback get all the cool rewards.
Yeah.
But Las Vegas, they just blew it though. I think they blew it.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad for Derek Carr because once again,
But that injury.
Yeah, because once again they're in the playoff picture.
Yeah.
First time since like 2016 they've been in, and Derek Carr gets hurt again.
What was the injury?
It's a groin injury.
But it was like no one touching him. He was just running, and it's just like, and then he just.
And that's the worst kind of injury, those non-contact.
Yeah, no, I know, but I was just like the way it happened was so kind of like that. I just couldn't believe it. You know what I mean?
Unfortunately, Derek Carr's loss is Marcus Mariota's game. So
I didn't know Mariota was on their team.
I didn't even know he was still in the league.
He's a backup quarterback.
Yeah, so then
But Mariota came in and he was gunning.
Yeah, so as much as we talked about, Jalen Hurts and Kyler Murray, the battle of Oklahoma quarterbacks, it became a battle of the former Ducks.
Yeah. Oregon.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But Chargers definitely got a stud at Justin Herbert. They're still looking like they're going to be picking in the top 10. Just build that offensive line and just keep them upright. That's all you can do at this point.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm still shocked at the way he's playing. It came out of nowhere. And then, granted, this is all because of, who's the quarterback name? His lung got punctured?
Oh, yeah, Tyrod Taylor.
Tyrod Taylor. If that doesn't happen, unfortunately, Justin Herbert doesn't get this opportunity.
Yeah.
Because even when Tyrod Taylor, came out of the game, coach is like, oh, nah, we still running with Tyrod Taylor. I understand how great Justin Herbert just performed, but, no, this is our guy. And then Justin Herbert took advantage of the opportunity.
Just worked out in his favor. I mean, he went 22 for 32 that game, 314 yards.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was impressed with them.
Yeah.
I enjoyed watching them. I enjoyed the game from what I saw of them. But Mariota, I liked him in Tennessee. I felt a way that they kind of beat him up a little bit. They were kind of trashing him. And then when I seen him come out for the Raiders, I was like, oh, good. I'm glad he landed somewhere. I was happy to see that.
Somewhere. Getting another opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like what's going to happen with Carson, Oh. The Bills. They advanced to 11-3 after they spanked the Broncos 48-19. Jeez, didn't they also clinch the AFC East?
Yeah. AFC East for the first time since 1995, before Josh Allen was even born.
Wow, that tells you something about that.
I was 2 years old in '95.
I don't remember how old I was in '95.
I don't know, probably 15. But anyway.
I was growing in '95. I'll tell you that much.
Just think about the yardage. The Bills, their total yardage 534 yards. The Broncos 255.
Yeah.
Is that due to them not having a quarterback?
I forgot about their quarterback situation.
Drew Lock. Listen,
Drew Lock was supposed to be good this year. He really let us down.
Honestly, I was expecting Drew Lock to be better.
I thought as well.
The running back situation was good. You got a good three-headed monster there. Philip Lindsay, Melvin Gordon.
Yep. They got him at a discounted price.
Unfortunately, Cortland's son got hurt, torn ACL out for the year, but you still got guys like KJ Hamler from Penn State, Jerry Jeudy from Alabama, and Tim Patrick definitely came on, and you got Noah Fant. So I was expecting for him to do a little bit more, but it's looking like now he's just becoming another one of Elway's busts to find a quarterback.
Yo, just question. It literally just came up on my head right now. It's because I was thinking Denver. I'm thinking our situation. How would you feel a Von Miller Carson Wentz trade?
Von Miller really doesn't do anything for us.
We need a linebacker. What are you talking about?
He's an outside pass rushing linebacker. He can't cover. If
Von Miller, can't be picking and choosing.
Wait, no, Von Miller,
we need a linebacker or not?
There's a difference between a 4-3 and a 3-4 linebacker.
Oh, no, absolutely.
Yeah, if Von Miller comes in, he's going to be an edge rusher along with Brandon Graham. So it doesn't make any sense. If you're asking for like a Justin Simmons, like their safety, then sure, I'll venture on.
So your whole thing is the covering linebacker part. Because honestly, our defensive line, they showed out this past game, but they wasn't giving us no consistency all year. Come on.
Yeah, all I'm saying is that you're not getting, a linebacker that's gonna, go out and cover and think you're it. Von Miller's a straight up pass rusher. So and honestly, us getting pressure is not the issue. It's covering is the issue.
I don't know. Just throwing it out there. Just playing
all
devil's
these
advocate.
Vons in the league, Von Miller, Von Bell. What is all these Vons? Just a really random name. Sorry, just thoughts that popped in my head. I'm like, Von Bell? Because, that freaking hit on Juju Von Bell.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yes. Yes. I was like, you gonna stop dancing on them Lobos, boy, because they gonna get you. They
Yeah.
gonna get you. They're
All
sick
right.
of it.
All right, and that actually brings up to my point.
Might
Sorry,
as well.
I'm jumping.
Oh,
I'm jumping.
No.
Let's get into it.
It's actually fine. Listen, do you want to admit something?
I want to admit that Pittsburgh got a real bad deal. You know, that first game against Tennessee when they lost their bye week, and now they had to play 13 games in a row. Now they're all beat up, battered, they're mentally destroyed,
All right,
and now
hold on.
they've lost
I
two
just
games
wanna-
in a row.
I just want to
Hold on.
just
Three
wanna make
games in a row.
Listen,
Three
Three
games.
games in a row.
I just want
Excuse
to
me.
I just want to inform the audience that he is reading Max Kellerman's bullet points. I don't
I'm
care.
not reading Max Kellerman nothing. What are you talking about?
Hold on.
Listen,
I'm not what? What do you
Listen.
mean? They really didn't get a bye week. Their
Listen.
bye week was week 3.
here's the thing. The Steelers are frauds. They're frauds. FRAUDS. They're frauds.
So, Chris, tell me, what is your mindset? Not mindset. Why do you think they were able to get by with being the best team in the league all this time?
Oh, a paper thin schedule. They didn't face anybody like a.
They didn't make the schedule.
No, I'm not saying that you can't make the schedule, but also you took advantage of You took advantage of a lot of weaker teams, a lot of disadvantaged teams. Your second matchup, you didn't even face Lamar Jackson. I mean, the only team they really face of quality is the Tennessee Titans. So honestly, because now the Steelers are lost 3 in a row, and it opens the door back up. For the Browns to potentially win the AFC North. And who would ever thought that after winning 11 games, the Browns still would have a shot of taking the AFC North crown from the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Yeah.
And this weekend, it's another bad matchup for the Pittsburgh Steelers because they're taking on the Colts. Meanwhile, in Week 16, the Browns are taking on the Jets. By the way, shout out to the New York Jets. You are no longer in contention for going winless throughout the season. So
I can't believe they won that game.
But that was dumb as crap because now they lost the number 1 pick to the Jaguars.
Listen, here's
For
the thing.
what?
In the end, it's all about pride. Nobody wants to be a part of a winless.
That's true. But
win.
still, look at the bigger picture. Like, I get it, but you could possibly get the number 1 pick in the next draft. I think that's worth more than your little pride about. I mean, I get it. It's sports. You want to be competitive. But I'm just saying.
I don't think the players look at it that way.
I agree with you, but I'm just saying that as the coach, I'd be like, listen, mofos. Y'all need to be losing this, John. We never 1 pick next in the draft.
So, just real quick, we're going to switch to AFC North for a second. In their hot race right now, the Steelers are still in first at 11-3. The Browns are right behind them at 10-4. And then you got the Ravens, who are 9-5. And we're not going to talk about the Bengals because they're so far out of it. Who do y'all think is coming out and winning this division?
Listen, honestly, if it comes down to a Week 17 showdown between the Steelers and the Browns, I'm taking the Browns. Number 1, the game's in Cleveland. Number 2, we're clearly seeing that, especially with the loss of Bud Dupree, and honestly, this free fall started when Bud Dupree is out for the season, and then also a domino effect. Devin Bush also got hurt. They're getting decimated in terms of injuries at the linebacker position, but the identity of the Cleveland Browns. They're going to be running the football, and obviously Nick Chubb is back. He wasn't available, during the first game against the Steelers. So it's going to be a lot of him, a lot of Kareem Hunt, and more importantly, that play action. Baker Mayfield's probably playing the best football of his career right now.
He is.
Yeah, he's got
Can't
that.
even deny that.
Yeah, so he's got his chemistry down, with Jarvis Landry, Rashard Higgins, their tight end crew, Austin Hooper, David Njoku.
Mm-hmm.
So
No Odell Beckham.
yeah,
At all.
And he's still pulling it off.
Yeah.
Right.
and this is definitely, and this is going to be an opportunity, for Myles Garrett, definitely to get his revenge on Pittsburgh.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
because of that game where he hit Rudolph in the head,
Yeah.
he punched him or whatever happened, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, hit him with the helmet.
Yeah.
And more importantly, their secondary is healthy now. Greedy Williams is back. Denzel Ward is back. I mean, they've been hurt over the last few weeks.
This
so
is gonna be like a beef game.
yeah, so it's a calm before the storm. So if the Steelers need to win this game, if the Steelers don't win this game, then
They going into the playoffs in real bad shape.
Yeah.
I mean, Ben literally only threw 7 passing yards in the first half of the game against Buccaneers.
Yeah.
7 passing yards. Ben Roethlisberger.
and honestly, the thing is that Pittsburgh's offense is ridiculously predictable. You can't run the ball, and everything is just rub routes and quick slants.
That's it.
There's nothing over the top. There's nothing intermediate. So it's like if you're a defense, all you got to do is just play straight up.
So does this reflect on Mike Tomlin? Like, is this kind of like looking at him like, yo, you're like, what are you really doing?
Nah, he's working like seriously. He's working with what he has, and like believe it or not, like those factors are real.
But where is the same kind of empathy for like Peterson?
Nah.
I'm just saying, like working with what they have. Working with what's up with the play calls?
I mean, they're still 11-3.
No, for sure. But all I'm saying is, it's like, when do we sit on the horse of, yo, it's always the coach's fault, yo, it's always just the talent's fault? Like, where's that line drawn?
She kind of has a point.
She does have a very good point. You have a good point.
I mean, at one point you were talking about, Pittsburgh might be the only team in the AFC to knock off the Steelers, and now we're talking about them not even having a home playoff game.
Yeah, no, I was high on their defense. I didn't expect their offense.
Honestly,
it's been a crazy turn of events.
Yeah, so honestly, I think it's a combination of both. Mike Tomlin definitely deserves his blame. The offense is definitely going bland, and Ben Roethlisberger just doesn't have it. And it brings me up to that point. They need to find a quarterback of the future because their future quarterback is not on their roster. So whether they draft or whether they get one in free agency or they trade for one, they need to find somebody post Ben Roethlisberger.
I know one who might work for them.
Oh
my God.
Mark, me and Chris already know what you're thinking.
Send him over to the AFC. We ain't gotta worry about him over here.
Me and Chris are like,
he can still be in Pennsylvania though.
Battle of PA.
See? Doesn't it sound fun?
Hey Pittsburgh, give us a first round pick. Give us a first and a fourth for Jalen Hurts. Okay.
Huh? Now why would you do that?
You know he don't want that.
Jalen Hurts and my man Mike Tomlin together?
That's not on his team. That don't work on his team.
Right.
You can drive 4 hours to Pittsburgh. That could be your new team.
All right, no problem doing that.
Okay, no.
Chris is like, whatever.
You already know I'm still running with the Seahawks.
I mean, oh my God.
You driving to Seattle, taking any trips to Seattle?
Yeah, they got some things legal up there that I participate in or don't mind participating in.
I don't know. Or you could just go stay down below where everything's legal.
Got that one.
Yep. Jersey.
So, all right, you guys made some valid points. And believe it or not, I might side with Chris on this one. I think the Browns can pull it off because I think Pittsburgh, they're so decimated, unfortunately, with like that stretch of games. Like there was a point where I feel like they played 3 games in like
13 games.
Yeah, like that's unheard in the NFL. Your body needs to rest and recover. That means in those time periods they're probably not even practicing. And if they are practicing, it's all walkthroughs. It's not any contact or anything like that. And I really feel like they are also mentally worn down. Like nothing is really helping this team. Like we knew Pittsburgh's offense wasn't all that hot anyway, and now it's truly starting to show. Like you said, they're completely predictable, and then now their defense isn't able to hold on and keep them into games anymore.
The problem is that their defense is so good at getting turnovers, getting short fields. Pittsburgh's been able to feast off of that, but now once teams actually get the jump on them, it makes it impossible because Pittsburgh's not a team that would be able to catch up anymore. Ben Roethlisberger's not a spring chicken, and the way that they've evolved this offense. To preserve Ben's arm, it's not sustainable, especially when a playoff game.
Yeah, it's funny. I seen a meme last night on Twitter. Carmen, you need to get on Twitter. Twitter is hilarious.
I'm on Twitter. I'm just not like
hilarious past couple days. So there was this meme, right? You remember in Toy Story 2 when Woody's arm broke? Yeah. And then it was like he was like lifting his arm and it was like dropping. He couldn't hold it. They were like, "Yo, this has been Roethlisberger after the game." Because he pretty much had a noodle arm. Like, he just wasn't really doing much.
Yeah, he wasn't.
Ben Roethlisberger or Drew Brees?
It's good. Wow. It applies for both men. But Drew still threw 3 touchdowns. But different weapons for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a girl. I mean, just to throw this out, I know this is looking random, but I just, when I look at Ben, I just, like, as a girl, I'm just looking at it's just his body in that outfit. And it's just, like, straight, like, box, and then it's like like a little behind legs, like no butt. It's kind of like he just looks so boxy. It's just like okay, like out of all I honestly listen.
That episode of SpongeBob. I never heard of barrel chested, but never box chested.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's just kind of like out of all the quarterbacks, like and just anyone, it's like Ben Roethlisberger has a very unique shape. Like minus the pads. Like I know he just has like a weird shape, man. And I'm just saying, it's not conducive to winning.
He got no
right now.
He got no body. Yada yada yada.
No,
yada, yada.
I'm just saying he does. Even before I got into football, I just noticed that about him. Like he has a weird body shape. I'm just saying, whatever. Y'all take it as you will. With the pads and everything. Fine.
Do your thing.
I
won't be checking ball.
I'm just saying.
I mean, do your thing.
It's just very odd, but whatever.
That's a very interesting deduction.
His mama just know his mama loves him.
He got money, so I guess it's all good. He's fine.
Listen, when you got money, you can do whatever.
That's what I'm saying. He's good.
You can look whatever way you
it don't
can.
matter.
As ugly as
It
you
don't
ever, as
matter.
long as you got money.
It don't matter.
I
yeah.
was gonna say something.
You see the way Kodak black built? None of that matter if you got money.
People notice people's builds.
Mm.
I'm just saying. Whatever. Fine.
I want to say,
Chris.
I want to give a shout out to the Tennessee Titans. I want to.
Your boy Derrick Henry with his crazy stiff
on.
arm.
It's not about Derrick Henry. I'm actually going to give Chris here some props. All right, this is 2 times in a row. I'm giving Chris
Tannehill?
props. Yes, I call Tannehill a game manager. He's not really looking like a game manager. He's actually looking really good. I mean, the past game he threw 21 for 27, 237 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns. Like on the season, he has 31 passing touchdowns, which is 5th in the league. I'm like, all right, I got to eat those words. So I'm here.
He robbed Derrick Henry of a touchdown. I'm not proud of that.
Yes. He might have robbed him with 2. Yeah. So I'm here to give Ryan Tannehill some respect and some love. I mean, for real, when you look at Tennessee, their offense is like legit. Like they're legit now. Like I can't even deny it anymore.
Corey Davis, AJ Brown, 2 good linebackers, tight ends at Fisker, and unfortunately their defense can't win a championship. They have no pass rush, and because of that, they get torched nearly every single week by passing teams.
Mark is coming to the
It's kind of funny how you talked about Tannehill. Hey, ever since he's taken over, I've seen this graphic. How good has Ryan Tannehill been since taking over the Tennessee Titans? Hey, quick question. Who has a better pass rating over the last 24 games between Ryan Tannehill and Patrick Mahomes?
I'm going to say Ryan Tannehill because we're on topic.
Yeah, 114 quarterback rated to 105.9.
Wow.
61 total touchdowns for Ryan Tannehill for 56 for Patrick Mahomes. The same amount of interceptions. Mahomes has a lesser completion percentage than Ryan Tannehill also. The only thing Mahomes has over Ryan Tannehill over the last 24 games is passing yards.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a crazy stat.
I guess the guy can kind of play football or something.
Yeah, he's not a game manager.
I guess he's not a game manager.
Who would ever thought, getting rid of Adam Gase and getting away from Adam Gase would actually, do wonders for a quarterback. Sam Darnold, get out.
Right, like it's
Mark has walked up to the altar.
Yeah, no, I'm showing love to that.
He's doing his penance. He's like, listen, I'm sorry.
I'm shocked.
I was wrong.
He's got 3,482 passing yards on the season. I mean, they're tied with Indianapolis for the AFC South. They're both sitting at 10-4. I have nothing bad to say about Tennessee. You guys already knew how I was picking Derrick Henry to be, possibly the MVP, but I mean, he's not doing it by himself.
Welcome to the Titan conversion, my friend.
I wouldn't call it that. I'm just paying homage. That's what I'm doing.
Listen, welcome.
That's what I'm saying. He's coming to the table of plenty. Come to the table of plenty.
Listen, we're just a Browns, division winner for, full conversion,
You're right.
Listen,
here's like sooner or later, you guys are gonna have to listen to me.
Hey, listen.
Chris kind of knows some stuff.
First off, ain't nobody saying that we don't listen to you. All right, I'm just paying my respects.
Okay, listen, I'm just saying that sometimes maybe I actually know what I'm talking about when it comes to the NFL. And this isn't just a shot to you.
Yeah,
it's also a shot that some of my former co-hosts that unfortunately aren't here.
Ain't nobody say all that, bro. And now you taking a no. Do your thing. Have your moment. Have your moment.
Listen, I'll let you have your moment when LeBron won his 4th ring. Let me have this right now.
You got it. It's all. Look. It's all yours. I even throw you to take that thing and throw it down.
Yeah, but I think the Browns are gonna win next week because they have all the momentum in their favor, and I feel like
real.
The Steelers are beat up, like you said. Run game is non-existent. Benny looking good, baby boy with the box, and
the box bod.
With the box bod, and I'm going for the Browns. Baker, I like Baker's energy. I'm gonna go on the Browns. gonna go with the Browns.
I'm with y'all. I just want to say one thing about Baker. I'm glad he didn't turn into Johnny Manziel because I swore that was coming. I just swore it was coming. Like, Baker, he just all his off-field antics and this, that, and the third. I thought it was coming.
Oh,
He
what's
seemed
this?
like a douche.
Oh,
We can say that. Is that on there?
I don't know.
We can say
I'm
that.
just taking a precautionary measure.
Oh,
That's
sorry.
fine. Carmen's potty mouth over here.
Sorry, guys.
No, you good. It's not on the list.
I was like, I didn't think it was. I kind of tried to remember.
We're just being safe,
Okay.
but I don't think it's on the list.
Yeah, listen. One night, it's better to be safe than sorry.
Right.
Okay.
Maybe we can try Punk. Is Punk
Okay.
on the list?
Yeah, Punk,
Are you-
Scrub, I don't know.
She's
Scrub,
a scrub.
scrub.
He seemed like a. Let's just get a. He just seemed kind of arrogant to me.
Okay, that's
And
okay.
just kind of full of
It's a
himself.
good change of
You
pace.
think?
Oh, what's this? You're converting over to Baker Mayfield now?
Whoa, bro. Pump your brakes. Slow down, bro. You're doing 75 and a 55. Relax, all right? Ain't nobody doing all that. It's today. It's the day. It's the season of giving. And right now, I'm giving. All right?
Welcome, my children.
Chris. Chris is Yoda.
Relax.
I'm just saying, man. Listen, everybody wanted to say Baker Mayfield's bust after his second year. I'm like, listen, just get him a coach that actually knows how to play to a strong suit. Because, and what do you know? You get a coach that plays to his strong suits. You get a bunch of general managers that actually knows how to build the team around him.
Took them
And-
forever.
Yeah, and what do you know? That guy that you used a high draft pick on isn't a bust. He can actually win some games with. Maybe it takes good coaching and good general managers to actually make competent picks to make sure that
Shots fired.
that your franchise quarterback doesn't suffer. We've seen it everywhere. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. We're seeing it with Baker Mayfield, Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
And then unfortunately, you're seeing other situations like Houston that have failed their franchise quarterback. But hindsight's 2020. But you know what? I think that will do it for our NFL. And once again, you're listening to Uptown Radio, 98.5 WJYN. I hate you, Howie Roseman. And Scrub.
See, you want to say some words,
Go ahead.
Chris.
Go.
Oh my god.
You're a
No,
punk,
no.
man.
I'm over it. I'm over it.
Freaking
I'm
punk.
over it.
How about Justin Jefferson and DK Metcalf making a Pro Bowl? How does that make you feel?
Happy?
And once again, you're listening to Uptown Radio, WJYN 98.5. We spend way too much time on converting these children over to, by paying the homage of the words of wisdom of the NFL. And now we're going to dive from the gridiron to the hardcourt as the NBA season officially starts today. So we're going to be talking a lot of Sixers basketball. What do we expect, from other games that are happening tonight, and our top 5 players going into the NBA season. So, without further ado, let's just start with the Sixers, and then let the rest follow. So, we had 2 preseason games, one against the Boston Celtics and the other against Indiana. So, overall, what was the gauge that you got from both those games?
I'm gonna let Carm go first.
Well there. All right, let's get into this, man. Okay.
Sound like Pusha T. over
So, well, all right. Sixers game against the Celtics obviously was a blowout. I was happy to see Maxi's production. He's obviously a bright light. He's a shining light from all of our pickups that we've gotten, from the draft, from just
In recent years in general.
pretty much. So I like
He's
him.
actually on the court in his rookie year.
Yeah.
Right, he's not injured. He don't have a peanut allergy. His shoulder ain't messed up.
Yeah.
He actually
No,
played.
it's not peanut sesame seed.
Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah.
He has a sesame seed
How many foods even got sesame seeds?
I don't know. Listen, man, those
buns.
sesame, man, those burgers gonna kill him, man.
He need to leave them Whoppers
Yeah,
alone.
that's a shame. He's not even on the team anymore.
That's good. My bad. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. Okay, so
We're just not used to rookies playing in their first year.
no facts, but here we are. I feel like he looked good. Danny Green, I wasn't really too impressed with him and anything that he did. I mean, I'm just saying he looked all right. He looked like typical Danny Green in today's Danny Green talk. I want to talk about the Pacers game more so because that's the game that aggravated me more with the turnovers and kind of like lack of production from everyone kind of, and how Sabonis just had his way in the paint and kind of did whatever I was going to say a word, but I'm not.
You're not.
Whatever he wanted. And then
question real quick. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. You're not cutting them no slack because it's preseason?
No. I know it's preseason, but for the Sixers, it's like to see little things that they always do in the preseason just gave me like anxiety. Like I had like a tightness in my chest. I'm like, are they really turning the ball over
You're
like
gonna
this
lose your mind
again?
on Wednesday.
Listen to me. Philly had 26 turnovers against the Pacers. The Pacers had 12. The Pacers had 35 points off of turnovers. So this is just repeating what we always do. And yes, it's the preseason, my dear friend. It is. But this is what they always do. And this is a new coach. This is a new roster. It's like, and then just some of the effort I saw in some of the in the preseason games, like go after those loose balls. I get it's the preseason, but it's like, where's the gusto? Where is our like energy? That's what we've been missing. So I got upset because I'm like, y'all not even gonna like try to put on a front, like you're gonna go after stuff.
You're cool. You can say crap.
You know what I mean? So it's like
I got traumatized now.
But it's the preseason, but I just wanted to see a little bit more from them. Like, we need to have that attitude and the mindset from the very first game into the very last game through if we win anything. So it's like, let's start that now. Why the turn on, turn off thing that we always have this light switch? Sixers turn it on, the Sixers turn it off. How about we just be on? We're an NBA team. We have not proved anything. We haven't even made it to the East Conference Finals.
What about Joel Embiid not playing that game?
I felt like that was crap. Why is he not playing?
Illness.
Yeah, the illness.
Was
Not
he sick?
COVID related.
Was he sick? He had a stomach ache?
I don't know.
Was he eating some burgers with some sesame seeds and he got sick?
I don't think so.
But like,
we're just trying to find that continuity. I understand your frustration.
I'm frustrated because I really have high hopes on this season, but to see the same things that we always deal with in the preseason disheartened me a little bit.
Okay.
Well, Carm came out like me because I'm usually the Debbie Downer. I'm actually going to take a different direction because I'm all about giving.
Also,
today.
Let me just say something before you go.
Go.
Danny Green's defense over these last 2 preseason games has definitely been great.
I thought they've been fantastic.
Yeah, exactly. So
she just don't like him.
Yeah, look, I mean, listen, why do you don't like it? He's light skinned. I mean, I don't get
Oh my God,
Right.
Chris! Here we go with your
He
stuff.
falls into her category.
Y'all don't even know my category. I haven't divulged my category.
Are you going to tell us your category, or
I am going to tell.
Or are you just going to let us?
As the season goes on, I'm going to break it down. My top 5s. You know, break it down. The look, the play, and the outside. Okay, I'm gonna break it all down.
2021, we got Carm State 5.
You already know it's coming. 2021.
Y'all funny.
Go ahead, man.
I'm gonna take a different approach with it. So I'm gonna go back to game 1 briefly. So one of the things that I did like was the ball movement and the spacing. They look good. You know, I was talking to my Lyft driver earlier, right, on the way in, and I was telling him how, like, you know, I was excited, you know, about Doc Rivers, you know, and us not having Brett Brown anymore, that, like, we're going to be doing a pick and roll. I did not think Joel Embiid knew how to do a pick and roll, like, ever. I was so shocked to see it because Brett Brown never made him do it. Like, I was like, so he can do
and for
it.
a guy like Joel Embiid's skill set, it's the easiest thing for him to get going.
And to get him open. You know, if you're picking and rolling, you just seal your man down low, especially if it's a mismatch. And, you know, nowadays in the league, all they do is switch on the picks.
Yeah.
So it's like, yo, let's have dinner. But Joel looks good. He looks really good. Danny Green's defense was on point.
You also got to remember that Doc Rivers said he didn't draw any of his stuff up.
No, they're all sets.
Yeah, 18 plays. 18 plays in 17 minutes. Carm, you good?
Wow, it's just like when I heard Danny Green for a sec, I just felt a little like my nose got a little. I was like, oh, the dust.
Oh my God!
You know?
I can tell who's going to be on your list this season.
Wow.
It's going to be Danny Green. It's
All right, look,
going to be on your list.
I'll give credit where credit is due with Danny. Found the defense, but I wasn't impressed with his shooting. All right, I'll say that.
I mean,
respectable.
All right,
fine.
All right, it's preseason.
Look.
Come on, Carm.
I took my sip of water, and that's it.
All right. The only thing that I wasn't too pleased with, actually, no, before I jump into that, I love the combination of Dwight Howard and Shake Milton on the bench. I think their pick and roll dynamic is going to be something fantastic. Shake, he's able to pull up and pop, especially if the big man gives him some space, and he can also drive to the lane. And another thing that I saw that is just so rare from the Philadelphia 76ers are alley-oops. I saw Dwight Howard catching alley-oops. I think I've seen him catch an alley-oop. Let me know. I think I did see him catch one. I'm very excited about that dynamic that we have coming off the bench. I still think we can do some different things with our starting lineup. Like I would love to see Matisse Thybulle definitely getting in there and starting because him on defense is absolutely outstanding. I don't know how much of a spark he could give in a second unit because his shot ain't quite there yet.
You know what I'm afraid of?
Hmm.
I'm afraid that Thybulle's going to get lost in the rotation.
I am too.
I don't want him to though.
I don't.
He's on your
Yeah.
list.
I like Thybulle's one of my guys.
I like him on my Sixers list. I do.
Yeah, he's one of my guys.
It's
Now,
an alley-oop sighting.
it was a good
Right?
thing. It was refreshing to see that type of
Yeah.
offense from the Philadelphia 76ers after the past couple years with the terrible spacing. Like I was just jokingly thinking about that one time when Embiid and Horford were both on the
Posting
same
up
block.
with the same.
I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, I'm glad I don't have to see things like that anymore. So I was excited. Now, a couple of things that I'm still a little bit down on, and I'm not going to get on it too much, but
No, go ahead, man.
Ben's decision making, like, I'm tired of the jump passes. He's still doing those. Like when he's going full steam ahead, I'm like, oh, he's finally about to take this little boy to the rack.
No,
He gets up there and then still doing the
no,
jump passes.
I'll agree. I'll agree to that.
I'm tired of
I
it.
hate that because the shooters are expecting him to go hard, and like when you dish it back out, the shooters aren't
They just
anticipating.
ain't really
it.
ready. They're not really ready. So I'm tired of that. Now to go to the second game. All right. No, okay, but I'm sorry. Back to the first game. The one thing that also concerned me about it is Joel had 18 that first half that he played.
Yeah.
The next highest scorer had about 6 points. That is very concerning to me. Now I get it, it's preseason, but it's concerning because like, okay, Ben Simmons, are you going to finally be aggressive? We don't know. Tobias Harris is just so inconsistent.
I mean, Ben did try to chuck up a three. I think in the first game.
Yeah, that's cute.
No,
That's
no,
what you
it
get paid
was
to
the second
do.
one.
The second game, yeah.
Yeah, it's
So,
cute.
Yeah, like
uh,
Robin slagged off on him, and then like he did a step.
He pulled right into it. That's what
Yeah.
you're supposed to do.
I mean,
Now, the second game, I thought with Embiid out and the trade talks being so heavy, which I'm not talking about today. I'm just thinking in Ben's mind. With the trade talks being so heavy, Ben's going to come out guns blazing, super aggressive.
you thought that,
I did.
but you know how
and I
Ben
hoped and
is.
prayed for it.
Ben is he's into himself.
And that's the problem.
So-
Ben
And
is
that's
what
the
he
problem.
He feels like I'm the guy. I'm their guy, and I'm good. You know what I mean? He's not gonna come out with like I'm playing for my job. He's coming out like I'm Ben Simmons.
And that's the problem. Because, like, remember that? I don't know if you saw, Chris. It was a video of Gilbert Arenas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, when
Yeah,
he
He brought up such a great point. He's like, if,
Oh, so now you listening to Gilbert?
I've been listening to No Chill Gil for a long time.
he was like, Mark's like no lies here.
Hold on, I'm just saying like.
Oh, how did I say that?
Oh, I'm just saying that. I'm just saying because like I sent you a Gilbert Arenas video last week, and like you just.
Well, but no, I listened to it, but you only got like the headliner. You ain't listened to the whole interview. I had
No,
to listen.
I did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All
No,
right.
I was on Instagram, so all they had was a snippet. I looked it up.
Oh, all right. Okay.
I do my research, man.
My bad. I know where you're trying to go, but we're not going there.
Yeah, I know. No, yeah.
I'm trying not to.
Okay,
At least.
continue on with your point.
No,
Go
but
ahead.
I agree with you. But unfortunately, listen, I just hope that now that Doc Rivers is here, the one thing that was kind of concerning with me is like, what is our half court set going to look like without Joel Embiid?
It's concerning.
Yeah, and like Simmons and Dwight is not a good combination. It's not. Joel, like you need that spacing on the floor from your center somehow, some way, and Ben's not going to shoot, or if he's going to be in the dunker spot. Honestly, like I was looking forward more to like if you're gonna put Ben in, especially with Joel out, I would probably put like Ben at the 5 and give him like 4 shooters.
Got to.
Yeah,
That's what they do with Giannis.
yeah. So like honestly, like that's what they did last year. Like when Ben got hurt when Embiid was out, and you know Ben went on that tear where he's averaging like 24 and like 10 or something.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he looked absolutely great.
Yeah,
That's what they're going to have to do. But just to kind of go back to what Gilbert Arenas says, and he brought out a great point. If Ben Simmons is actually aggressive, it truly frees up those shooters. Because let's be honest, all the shooters that we've got, they're not getting their shots off the dribble. They're all set shooters. So if Ben Simmons he's not even going to hesitate to shoot or even be aggressive, then there's no reason for those guys to help off and to come help on Ben.
yeah, and that frees up. Yeah, and if Ben's aggressive, it opens things up for Embiid too.
And that's all I've ever been asking is just aggression.
I feel like I agree with you, but I do think that Seth can get his shot off the dribble though. I think Seth at all besides Danny.
But is that what you want? Do you want to resort? Do you want to resort to that?
What I want is any player on the floor to be able to be aggressive and get a shot when it needs to happen. I want that.
We don't have the makeup for that.
Well, I feel like, why do you think that? Why do you say that?
The reason I say that is because we still have questions about. So you saw it in that game. We don't have anyone outside of Joel Embiid who can get their own bucket, especially because like Toby can try to do it, but his inconsistencies are just crazy, and it really bothers me. We don't have anyone on the perimeter who can go out there, put the ball on the floor, and get us one when we need one. Even though, don't get me wrong, I could play devil's advocate. That's what I've been doing all day. You could dump it down in the post. Next thing you know, somebody comes over to help. Joel dishes it out. But have we seen Joel dish it out?
No.
He hasn't been great reading the double team. You can only hope that he's improved under Doc. But I'm just going off what I've seen so far and what I've seen in the past. And that's why I say, like, I got him in the middle of the pack.
Yeah.
I can't give them any more or any less. Like other years, I'm like, we top 3. We're going to overtake Toronto. Boston ain't this. Brooklyn, like all that.
No,
just like super hype. But I'm being so real this year.
Bump Brooklyn. Whoever said that is on something.
That's typically how I be, but I ain't on one this year.
Brooklyn is going to be crazy.
Brooklyn knows, especially if KD's KD. But honestly, outside of like them and like Milwaukee, like they can definitely beat anybody else in the East. Boston literally has virtually nobody to guard, Joel Embiid.
And just to say,
and especially now with Kemba's out.
But how long is Kemba
you saw
out?
that Boston game? How they look completely uncharacteristic. Like
Sixers or Boston?
Boston. They were turning the ball over.
How so? Because they swept us.
I'm talking about
preseason. Sorry. Oh no, I'm sorry.
But wait, Chris, how long is Kemba out for?
I think because of that procedure, I think he's going to be out. I think he'll be back in like January.
Okay, which is
that's
weeks from now.
Yeah, a few weeks. But like it's a knee injury, so it's like, especially for like an older player, it's like it's going to take a while for getting feedback. But
so who's in the East? We got the Hornets. We got the Hawks. Hornets are young. We got the Hawks. They're kind of they're rebuilding. They kind of got a couple guys now. They got Rondo, but they didn't get Bogdan though. That fell through.
No, the Hawks got him.
The Hawks.
Milwaukee did.
No. I know.
And he lost a second round draft pick because of.
I read somewhere that the Bogdan didn't go through for the Hawks either.
No,
he's on there for sure.
And they got Gallinari as well.
Yeah.
So then, yes, I mean the Hawks, the Hornets,
they got
the Celtics,
the shooters over.
The Knicks.
I mean, so I don't think did we get a chance to go who we thought was going to win out the East last week?
I don't think
we ran out of time.
Yeah.
All right, so we might as well do it now.
I don't think
we talked about it like 2 shows ago.
Like briefly, nothing serious. We might as well do it now.
Because no point in talking about the West.
Yeah, we already know what's going to happen in the West. But in general, so this was my lineup. This is what I had last week that we didn't get a chance to talk to. So my number 1 seed in the West is going to be the Bucks. Because, I mean, Giannis is hard to guard. In a 7-game series, yeah, you can slow him down, but ain't nobody game planning like that in a regular season. So I got them being the number 1 seed again.
Wall them up.
Yeah, seriously. The Nets, I think they're going to be scary good. After seeing Kevin Durant play these last 2 preseason games, he looks like Kevin Durant to me. So I think they're going to be scary good. And just to think that how strong Brooklyn was without KD and Kyrie, and I think they can be
strong is a little just pushing it.
They were strong, bro.
They were 7th seed and they're below 500. That's not strong.
I think that's fair enough for what they have.
Okay, that's fair, but not strong is a little.
To me, that's strong. With missing your 2, Sixers couldn't do that if Ben and Joel was out. Sixers would be freaking getting a draft pick, and you know it.
Yeah, I wouldn't call them strong.
I mean, they wouldn't have made the playoffs either, and you know it.
Just making the playoffs as a lower seed isn't strong. Sixers post,
It's better to be at the party than not invited. I got.
When Iguodala and Andre Miller is your best players, yeah, I'd rather miss that party. Anyway, go ahead.
You going back? I got Boston possibly at that 3 seed because the combination of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown is just, absolutely crazy. Also, like Marcus Smart, he's annoying. I feel like if Marcus Smart played for us, he'd be like so loved in the city.
Hey,
he has that grit and grind, like Philadelphia.
Oh, he would.
He would be like
but he's in Boston, so I don't like.
I'm showing him love.
Because Marcus Smart is everything Patrick Beverly pretends to be anyway.
Yo, you ain't never lie. That's real. That is real. I put the Sixers at 4. For me at 5, I know people aren't going to be crazy about this, but I like Washington at the 5. Like the big difference between I get it. Like, oh, all they did was swap point guards. But you got a healthy point guard who actually plays basketball. And Russell Westbrook, he barely misses any games. So Bradley Beal actually not having to like shoulder all the weight for the next 2 like seasons like he has been. I like the combination of those two in the back.
You got the Wizards over the Heat.
I got the Heat right after. I'm not serious on the Heat.
What?
I'm not serious on the Heat.
You know they were in the finals
Are you
last.
serious?
They were in the
I
finals
understand
last
they were in
season,
the finals, but I believe that they got hot at the right time. They're not real. The Heat not real.
What?
Let's not pretend like the
Oh,
Heat
God.
didn't
Mark.
get there as a 5 seed.
Mark,
Come on now.
Mark, you gonna doubt Jimmy Buckets? You
He's
gonna
not
doubt
on my
him?
team.
So-
Coleman.
so let
He's
me-
not on my team.
You gonna doubt him?
So a team that went to the NBA Finals last
Right.
year gets bumped all the way down
That's
to
what I'm saying.
the 6th seed. Meanwhile, you have a Washington Wizards team that was on the outside looking in, and you just added Russell Westbrook, so that's good for four spots up.
I think that's more dangerous than
No, I think Miami's gonna be way higher up. There's no way.
Nah, no way.
I mean,
I'm
you
not
gotta
a
think,
believer in Miami.
Here's the thing: like Tyler Hero was a rookie last year, and he's improving. You got
Mhm.
Duncan Robinson also. Bam Adebayo's
Dragic.
also come. Yeah, Dragic's coming back also. Losing Jay Crowder sucks,
Bad
but
for them.
you know you got Bam Adebayo
But
coming
Jay
back from
wasn't
also.
doing nothing in the finals. He was breaking.
No,
Jay
no,
wasn't
he
doing
helped.
nothing. No,
He
he was
helped.
not. That series against LA, he was literally like I had wrote notes on how bad Jay Crowder was. He wasn't doing anything. I'm not mad at them for getting rid of him.
Kendrick Nunn because he's the one that actually was shaving points out there.
Sure
Oh
was.
my god.
He went from a rookie of the year
Chris.
candidate to MIA.
Pun intended.
I mean, things happen.
Oh, right?
But Crowder wasn't doing nothing, in my opinion. I'm sorry, but I think Miami is going to be higher up. You're tripping. I definitely think they're going to be a contender in the East. Jimmy ain't having it. Get ready.
That's just okay. That's fine. We're all entitled to our opinion here, and I'm gonna just round it out with the 7 and 8. I didn't go all the way down to 10 because I know that's how the new playoff bracket is. I just went to 8, but it's Toronto and Indiana. That's how I would round it out.
No Atlanta Hawks?
I'm not sold on them yet. I gotta see something.
So, okay,
I gotta see something.
okay,
I'm not sold on them.
okay,
That's it.
okay,
And good thing we got a playoff now.
okay.
Okay.
Chris, I cannot. Mark, could you stop?
Speak. Go ahead, Chris.
Could you guys
No,
stop?
go ahead, Chris.
no,
I can't,
no.
like Chris's whole demeanor
No,
today.
no,
He's just like,
no, it's
listen, my
fine.
children. You're not understanding.
How can you put Miami at 6?
I agree with that though.
I don't see them improving. They went to the finals as a 5 seed. And Giannis was hurt.
You're wrong, and here's why.
Go.
You got Indiana over Atlanta. In what area did Indiana get better at?
I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that. All right.
I'm just saying that.
Because Atlanta hasn't proved anything yet.
Okay, but I'm talking about the improvement of the backup point guard and getting Rajon Rondo. You added legitimate shooters in Gallinari. You got Bogdan Bogdanovic.
I know who they got.
Yeah, and you got John Collins, definitely coming in after averaging 17 and 10.
I like John Collins.
Yeah, so he's going to get better.
And you got Clint Capella.
Yeah, you got a rim protector and Clint Capella. And Trae Young was averaging 30 and 10 last year.
They made some big steps. We'll see.
Yeah.
I'm not sold on them yet.
Meanwhile, you got Indiana, who was definitely middle of the pack. They got swept last year by Miami. They fired their coach. I'm sorry. I have them on the outside looking at. I don't see them being better than Atlanta this year.
I mean, I ain't arguing over the 8th spot. All right. So Atlanta, if they sneak in, they sneak in. I mean, that's why I'm glad we got this new playoff scenario. But I'm not sold on them yet.
If all else fails, man, Miles Bridges and come out with his rap career and put the Bobcat, put the horn.
I did see that video last night.
Put that on his back, man. If all else fails, Miles Bridges is rapping now. Everything's fine. It's 2021.
I was so confused. I'm like, what am I watching?
He's a rapper now.
Okay.
Did you see that, Chris?
No, I haven't. I'm kind of scared too.
It wasn't like
I've seen people posting flames on it.
I was
So-
just more shocked that it was like doing it.
So on a scale of Shaquille O'Neal and Damian Lillard, like how was it?
Oh, that's
Chris.
a great question.
Dame kind of got some bars though. Dame got bars. I'm comfort Dame.
Let's just say that now in 2020, there's a formula to making money in the music industry. I'm going to say that Miles Bridges is using that formula and also his funds that he has from his NBA contract. I'm going to put him like right in the middle. He's not like lyrically like Dame,
Okay.
but he's not corny like Shaq.
Dame got bars.
98.5 Uptown Radio. Who's this?
Chris, Mark, and Carmen Vance. How y'all doing?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Vance.
Chilling. Wanted to call and talk a little bit of Sixers with y'all.
Oh, good, man. Shoot, man.
Let's get
What's up,
it.
man?
So here's the thing this year. I think everybody talks about Joel Embiid and his weight, but we always know Joel's going to give us 20 plus and 12 every game, right?
Yeah.
The key is Ben Simmons. Just the pick and roll, just being able to be aggressive coming off the pick and roll, shooting 15-footer off the pick and roll. If he does those two things, the Sixers will be a top. If he doesn't, they might be a 6 seed out in the first round.
All
What
right.
do you guys think about that?
No, I think we're all in agreement about, Ben Simmons definitely need to be more aggressive because him being aggressive definitely opens up, everybody else. And, Joel Embiid definitely needs that, that legitimate partner in crime because the highest paid player in the team can't do it. Tobias Harris. We didn't bring Steph Curry in to do it. We didn't bring Danny Green in to do it. And we can't ask for Tyrese Maxey, a rookie, to do it either.
Right.
Vance, I think that Ben is and has been for the past 3-4 years. He's always that missing piece that needs to come into the puzzle correctly to make us work. So I feel like Ben is always going to be that issue until we talked about this on another show. This season is kind of like the tell for Ben, what's going to happen with him, because if he can't get it under Doc, it's kind of like, do we cut our losses? Do we just kind of like, you know what I mean? Do we just say, hey, Ben, it was great, experiment, didn't work out, holla back? Or do we, you know what I mean? Or is it going to be great? I think this season is the tell because we have a new coach who's actually a good coach.
Right. I agree with that, Carmen. I think that's why Doc is here. He can't get it right under Ben. Doc is here to push Ben. And if Doc can't, push those buttons to get Ben to turn it on, then to me, you're better off with the ball handler that'll actually shoot the ball. For all the great things that Ben Simmons does, if you're going to have the ball in your hands 90% of the time, at some point you're going to have to be able to at least shoot a 15-footer.
I agree to that.
The defense honest.
I agree. And it's just the setup of our team, just how the Sixers, how we're built. He has to. It's just like he's not in the kind of team where the way he plays, how he's playing right now without shooting is going to work.
Right. Now, like I said in the beginning, the only way that I think it can work is if he's coming off those pick and rolls and he's attacking the basket. Then I can settle for him maybe not shooting that 15-footer. But we all know when you get to the playoffs, we've seen Boston do it time and time again. They'll just sag off of him.
Yeah. And make him
shoot that 15-footer.
Yeah.
Yeah, we seen it in the playoffs. Even with Giannis, they just build a wall up and just try to force Giannis to shoot. So, speaking of the playoffs, we were just, giving our Eastern Conference, our predictions. Sixers included. Who do you feel like is right now the favorite to come out of the East?
It's tough, man. I would like to. I think it has to be Brooklyn, honestly. Even though they haven't played the game yet as a team. I think about the depth that they have on the wing.
Mm-hmm.
They have Harris, they have Dinwiddie, they have LeVert. They have all those guys on the wing that pretty much took them to the playoffs, last year. Not that they were a great team, but, when you put it in perspective, you add KD and Kyrie to the mix. They're now depth pieces.
They got Shamit Landry, man. Vance. They got Shamit Landry.
I forgot
about Sham.
Yeah. Let's not forget about Shamit here, okay? Former Sixer.
Shamit's my guy, but to your point, that's a lot of depth on the wing.
Yeah.
That's a lot of shooting, too.
Depth on the wing and a lot of shooting. So,
Yeah.
and they have DeAndre Jordan and Jared Allen. I mean, they pretty
Rim
much have
protectors.
yeah, they pretty much have everything that you need to win the East.
Yeah.
And they have K Vance. They have KD. Like that's just a period.
Right. And here's the thing about KD. If KD's even 80% of what he was before he got hurt, that's still enough for them to win the East.
So in terms of, teams who are on the outside looking in, who do you believe was not a playoff team last year, but who do you think is going to make it in this year?
So I heard y'all talk about Atlanta, and I've been telling people, I've been on Atlanta's bandwagon for a while. I've been telling people on Twitter, look out for the Atlanta Hawks. I wanted Rondo on the Sixers, personally, because I thought he's the kind of leader that, they need, but they did a good job going out and getting Danny Green. But Rondo and Bogdanovich, and, they already had shooting. Now they have veteran leadership. All they need is for, Reddish and Hunter to grow up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
and they're a playoff team, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. So in terms of the Western Conference, I think we kind of put it as a formality that the Lakers are going to go back to the finals. So who do you believe is probably who's going to give the Lakers the best fight outside in the West?
Let me think about that. I think Dallas is, another year older. I think that they're going to be tough. A team that I think is going to be really good this year is I think Portland.
Portland.
I think Portland's going to be good. I like the Covington pickup for them.
Absolutely, very
Another
underrated.
shooter.
I like the Covington pickup for them a lot. They brought back Melo. They brought back Cantor. Cantor doesn't D up anybody, but he's a bucket. I think that they have a really, really solid team.
Yeah, that's reasonable. It's Dame time. I'm a big fan of Dame, so I'm always pushing for them.
Agree. And listen, guys, I wanted to bring up this too. What's your opinion on Tobias and Ben playing together? Because I kind of feel like in a lot of ways, personality-wise, they're kind of the same. Neither one of them really I don't get the sense that either one of them really wants to take over a game. And Tobias is not aggressive either. So it kind of makes me wonder, long term, if Tobias is a fit. I know they paid him the $180 million, but I just don't see the kind of aggressiveness that you need. We need.
Vance.
Vance,
This
oh,
Tobias.
goodness,
This
man.
Tobias. We've talked about this, and we're sick to our stomachs about Tobias.
Listen,
Go ahead, Chris.
listen. Tobias Harris is a good person. He's a
He's
good
wonderful.
Listen, he's a great person. Does a lot of things for the community.
He's heaven sent.
And if he wasn't making $180 million, I would probably like him. But for him making the sixth most money in the NBA and just the production that we're getting, here's the thing: you don't pay $180 million for a guy who's just on the outside, constantly on the outside looking in for an All-Star team. You don't pay $180 million for 19 and 6. So you don't pay $180 million for a guy who's supposed to be the second option and can't give you that second option. You can't even give you Chris Middleton, type of impact. So honestly, if anything, the person that needs to get traded first out of those three, it definitely has to be Tobias Harris. Somehow, some way, you got to get rid of him. There's thing. You found a suitor for Al Horford, you can find one for Tobias Harris too.
Somehow, some way.
So what do you guys like? Do you like Levine as a target?
I love Levine as a player. Period. I mean, on our team,
I'll take him over Tobias Harris any day, and he makes half the money. Any day.
I'm in agreement with you on that, Mark.
I'm not. If that even flies across my desk, I'm hitting accept on
Levine's
that
nice.
right away.
For sure.
And
He's explosive.
I like him a lot. And then the first thing people are going to jump to immediately is defense. But we're not going to have this defense argument all the time. Zach LaVine is going to be one of those guys who's going to get his own bucket for us. He gets very, very streaky.
I don't care about Zach LaVine's defense.
All right.
And we're giving up Tobias Harris. I don't care.
Right. So here's the thing. As long as you have Ben and Joel on the court at the same time, they're going to be able to match a lot of the deficiencies of other guys
Yes.
Yep.
out there.
Yeah.
So I got 2 more questions for you guys if I have time.
Oh,
Yeah,
go ahead,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
Bro,
man.
Floor is yours, man.
So who do you see as the odd man out when it comes to wing position at the Sixers? Because I kind of get the sense early on that it seems to be Matisse.
Yeah.
And I don't really like that.
We just said that. We were just talking about that.
Yeah, I sadly, I would absolutely love for it to be Furkan. But I don't understand what they still see in him. I was shocked to see him put the ball on the ground and dribble for a layup. I'm like, bruh, you never, what are you doing? You never did that before. So him even getting those opportunities, that kind of bothers me a bit because I'm thinking Matisse on his second year in, I'm already thinking he's a starter. Before we even got Danny Green and Seth Curry, I'm thinking Matisse is our starter. He's got great hands. He can play excellent defense. He's the prototypical 3-and-D type of guy. And that's what I'm ready for.
He
but
was going to be our Marcus Smart.
Matisse is more
Right.
all around. All around.
Yeah.
Forkmine is more. Go ahead, Van. Sorry.
I'm sorry. Here's the thing about Matisse. Think about it. They had a very short off, and I know you said he worked out with Jamal Crawford, but I don't know if Matisse's main problem is he's a great defender, but he's got to be able to hit at least 36-37%.
Agreed.
And I don't think he's there yet.
Yeah.
So
And he's not a strong free throw shooter either.
Right. In the meantime, at least the first 10 minutes, you know what you're going to get from first. You don't know if he's going to make it or not, not, but you know that he's going to shoot. What did he shoot last year, Buck? Almost 40%?
Yeah, he was our best 3-point shooter last year, actually.
Right. That's something for 10, 12 minutes a game is very useful on a team like the Sixers that needs spacing.
But now that we, okay.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. No, I'm sorry. So now that we have Curry, Danny Green, and we got, these pickups that we have, I feel like maybe we can kind of put Matisse in over Corky because you like how I said his name, Corky?
Corky.
Well, fine, whatever. Maybe we can kind of put Cork out a little bit because we have more shooters now, and then we have more of a fuller package with Matisse. So I feel like that could work better because Cork, I like him, but I just feel like when it comes down to like really giving us like an all-around gutsy play, I just feel like he doesn't have it. He doesn't have it in him. What I've seen though so far.
He doesn't, and that's where Doc and the coach is going to have to take the spot as to where it's played perfect. And Matisse, personally, like I would like Matisse starting.
Yeah.
Or if he's not starting,
This is
because
my
one thing
guy
I
right
noticed about
here.
Matisse last year, Matisse plays better with Ben than he does with anybody else.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're tyrants on defense together.
Exactly.
And that's important because defense will win you win you a game. You know what I mean? Like defense is very, very
Yeah, you
important.
can't run that pick and roll with Matisse and Ben because either way, it was like you wanted this or you wanted like that.
Right. So, guys, here's my last thing that I wanted to get into.
Shoot.
With you. I really like Shake Milton. I like what Shake Milton is doing. Like you said, Chris, I believe he's going to be a candidate for six man of the year.
I already put money down on it.
Yep, you should, as you should. Doc is going to use him the way that we used Lou Williams.
Yes.
In the way that he used them in LA. The thing about it is that I noticed with the Sixers starting lineup, and I've only seen them for 2 games, and I don't want to rush the judgment. But I don't think between Tobias, Danny Green, and Seth Curry that there's enough ball handling on the court, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think either Danny Green or Seth Curry would be better served coming off the bench. And it might be too early, but I really think Tyrese Maxey is the guy that you want to put next to Ben.
Yeah.
And one of those other guards. I think preferably it would be Maxey, Curry, Simmons, Tobias, Joel. And then you have Green come off the bench with, maybe some combination of maybe
Run them with Shaking the White.
Right. Or maybe Ben plays center sometimes. And you run a depth lineup with Ben at center.
Yep.
And, Matisse at power forward.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I like
But
that.
And I feel like the Sixers can do that this year because they have the shooters to do it.
Yeah, I like Maxey a lot. I feel like he's our rookie, but we got him for a reason. Let's play him. Let's use him. That's what he's here for. Let's do it.
Listen, from the last 5 years, any guard that comes out of Kentucky,
This is my guy.
My man Book.
This is
Say
my
less.
guy, yo. Vance, you on that A+
Vance.
game today.
Listen,
You hitting all my points. I'm loving it.
Devin Booker, Vance. Exhibit freaking A. That's all I gotta say.
listen, we got Booker,
Mm.
we got Jamal Murray, we
Yep.
got Hero.
Mm-hmm.
Who else am I? We
Money.
got Shea, right? Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yep.
Right? These
Yep.
are all guys that come out of Kentucky.
Money.
Sure, man. Even going back a few years, even John Wall.
Even John Wall.
Eric Bledsoe.
Exactly.
Don't talk about the bigs.
Boogie Cousins, right?
Yep.
Anthony
Boogie.
Davis, Karl Anthony Towns, Bam Adebayo. They're a basketball factory. I was so excited when we picked him up.
We could go on for days, right?
Yeah.
Right. No, for sure.
My point is, Tyrese Maxey is not. Most of the time, when you pick a freshman from college, you know that they're not going to play. You G League them, you let them get their feet wet, you let them build their confidence. This kid is different.
Mm-hmm.
He playing.
Right
I
away.
wish I could see that.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. That was a great pick by
Yeah,
us.
and you can tell like this is a new era for the Sixers because normally, like in the past, they will pick like these pack products. Like they don't pick the fact that now that we're picking these players from like a legitimate basketball school, like a Kentucky, like we did with Joel Embiid with Kansas. It's like it's refreshing to see.
Right. Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. I just don't want him traded for James Harden. That's all. I don't want to get.
Yes, Vince. My boy Vince.
Vance,
Sorry.
before we let you go, everything that you address the Sixers' problems, that one man can fix it all. Believe it or not. I'm going to leave it at that.
I believe that it's about what you give up to get it.
So far, all we got to do is give up that one person who's causing all those Sixers' problems.
Ben?
I didn't say it. You did.
Vance, Marcus, he's just smart.
Here's my deal for Harden, real quick, and I'll hang up, guys.
All right.
I got Tobias, Matisse, and I'll give them Danny Green's expiring maybe, and I'll throw in 2 firsts.
Done.
That's fine with me. Just keep Ben.
You got that?
Yeah, that's
Done.
fine. Because I feel like every single passing day, James Harden's value keeps going down. Because I saw news earlier that Denver was interested. That reportedly that Denver was interested, and that Jamal Murray is part of the deal. That Denver came out saying, yeah, we're not giving up Jamal Murray for this. And then you saw Miami Heat, backing out from James Harden deal also. So it's more pressure for the Rockets front office to try to get rid of them as opposed to teams trying to trade for them.
Yep.
Agreed.
And then we hear all this beef today. Sorry, Mark. It's whatever.
Yeah. Now, Vance, real quick before we let you go, our topic today is favorite Christmas movies. So what's yours?
Favorite Christmas movie, man, has got to be National Lampoon Christmas Vacation.
That's a classic.
All
That is a
Okay, I've never
classic
seen
too.
Listen, when Uncle Louie catches on fire and he's smoking a cigarette, that takes me out every time, man.
Okay.
All right.
Vance, thank you so much, man. Happy holidays.
Same to you
Thanks
guys.
so much,
Thank you
Vance.
for having me. Have a great one.
You
Take
too.
it easy, man. You too.
Bye.
Vance was on that
My
work.
boy Vance. Shout out to Vance. Shout out to my boy Jay too out there.
Facts.
Once again, you're listening to 98.5 WJYN Uptown Radio, and you're listening to Running Back Sports Show, Sports for the Culture. Mark, you want to get that call-in number?
Phone number is 215-763-9596.
Got about 25 minutes left, so you want to join that discussion and call in, you better do it soon.
Yes. What else we had? We was talking about the top 5 going to the NBA this
Top 5
2021 NBA campaign. Who want to lead it off? I'll go since y'all ain't ready.
Okay. All right. Yeah, Mark.
This is gonna be simple. I've done it recently, so y'all can do y'all thing. Number 1, of course, is LeBron. Like, he's LeBron. Like, as long as he's in the league and he's not slowing down whatsoever, he's number 1. Number 2, I'm giving it to Giannis. I'm just giving it to Giannis. Number 3 is KD, because that's my guy. I don't care about the whole Achilles thing. He's ready to play. He's suiting up. He's putting on a jersey. He's back in my top 5. Number 4, Anthony Davis, because I think with him like gaining that championship experience, he's kind of got like a little bit of chip off his shoulder, if that makes any sense. So now he's like really about to like bust through with his powers that he received. And then number 5, James Harden. That's it.
Okay.
That's my top 5.
All right. I'll do my 5. All right. Number 1, obviously LeBron, until proven otherwise. Number 2, Giannis, reigning MVP. Number 3, I'm actually going to go a little different. I'm going to go with the guy who I'm picking to win MVP this year.
I know it.
And who's going to be the youngest MVP in NBA history, Luka Doncic. The guy's a walking triple-double. He's going to be averaging close to that. And hopefully the Mavericks are probably going to be a 3 seed and he gets that award. Number 4, I'm going to go KD. Number 5, AD.
That's fair.
So these are our top 5, just who we like.
Coming into the season.
Who
Yeah.
we like?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. For me, number 1, I got my boy Steph Curry. Okay.
Of course she starts off.
Because Steph is going to have an uphill battle. Clay is out. We got young guys. We got James Wiseman, which he has potential, but he's new. He's
We don't know
young.
yet.
We don't know. Okay, we got Draymond,
Who's out?
who's out as
James is playing tonight.
Yeah.
James is, but Draymond's not. Draymond's out as of right now.
Mhm.
So, and then we got Oubre. He has some people, but this is a kind of like a rebuilding season for the Warriors, especially with Clay being gone. They really have to prove something. So I feel like Steph is going to have to really put the team on his back.
Mhm.
So I can see, for me, I just feel like he's going to do great things because he's that kind of guy. He's that kind of player.
Show of hands, who isn't shocked that Steph Curry is not number 1 on her list? The leader of the light-skinned militia.
Can you
I know, right?
Relax.
Yo, it's crazy. Before
Can
she
you
even
guys
started, I'm
relax?
like, yo, she got to put dark-skinned people
Yo, the
on this
30
list.
on my jersey.
And then she
Anyways.
starts off with a light skin. I'm like,
I
oh,
listen-
no
I
dark
listen,
skins
that-
making this list.
First of all, you guys, we're going to get into this in 2021, not right now. All right.
That's what we make it.
Right. Number 2, I'm going to go with KD.
Oh.
Comeback
Oh.
season.
Nice change of pace.
Yeah, all this mouth now. KD, okay?
I mean, he hung out in the Bay Area with all of them, so maybe he
I
might.
mean, I got
Rubbed off on him.
Yeah.
I got a little soft spot for KD. I think that
So does
KD.
he get that pass?
It's not a pass. It's not a thing. Anyways, KG, okay? He's going to come back better than ever. I have faith in him. Number 3, I'm going to go with Dame. My man, Dame Dollar. Dame time.
Okay.
I'm all about Dame. I'm just a fan. Number 4, I'm
No in
going to
between.
I was staying off this one.
talking about
I'm
skin.
staying off
Talking
this
about skin tones.
Listen,
Chris.
it's okay. Listen, everybody's got a gimmick, whether they know it or
Oh,
not.
my
Right.
gosh. All right.
For you.
All right. Number 4, I'm going to go with Ja Morant. I'm looking forward to seeing
You
what
like
Ja's
point
going to
guards.
do.
You like a lot of point guards.
I want to see what Ja's going to do. I mean, I think he's an explosive player. He's young, and I want to see what he's going to do. And number 5, I'm going to go with Luka. Luka, I like his play. He's crazy. He's a Euro phenom. What's up?
Carmen, you missing somebody.
Who am I missing?
LeBron.
LeBron James.
But look,
Where he at?
But look, here's the thing. Who I'm looking most forward to for the upcoming season, that's who I'm looking most forward to.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, LeBron is always going to be in the conversation because he's LeBron James. Like that, LeBron is LeBron. But I'm going to give it to people that I want to see do something outside of.
Okay, then that's a completely different list then.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, you got it.
But
I mean, if
LeBron
that's
is-
the case,
LeBron's a given.
yeah.
That's like it's LeBron. What do you think he's going to do this season? He's going to drop, let's say like 20 a game, 25 a game.
Well, then,
Hold
all
on,
right,
hold on,
go
Carl.
ahead.
Quick delegation. All right. So, what is Luca? So, like, I'm just.
Wait,
Oh,
I'm
no.
sorry.
I don't
He got
know.
the comb over. I don't know. He
So,
could pass.
Does he
Oh
count?
my
Does he get
God.
the pass?
Listen, we're not talking
No.
about my favorites in terms of snackage, of like, of looks and of play and of, that kind of stuff. We're not
Oh my
talking about
God.
that, all right? We're talking
Chris
about
is rolling.
we're talking about skills. We're talking about who I think is gonna be great this season. We're not talking about that, okay?
Snackage.
We're not talking about that. All right?
No.
Let's just stay on topic, man.
Y'all funny, man. I tell you.
Chris.
Y'all got the
I'm just
jokes
saying,
today.
we're not.
Well, all right. So in that case, if we're gonna take Carm's approach
Okay.
to this, some players that I am excited to see. I'm gonna go back. I'm definitely excited to see Steph Curry. That's one of my guys. I'm very excited to see. The revenge tour is about to be lit because I'll never forget in the playoffs. They're gonna say, "Hey, I ain't never seen nobody shoot from this far." And I'm like, y'all forgot Steph Curry that quick? Like, don't get me wrong. Like, Dame was doing his
Revisionist
thing.
history, yeah.
But it's like, y'all. Like, I know Steph Curry been out a bit, but he is the reason Dame changed his game to shoot that far.
Game changer.
Another guy I'm very excited to see this year. Of course, I already said KD, but I want to see Trae Young again. Trae Young was electrifying. I loved him. His little nutmegs, so disrespectful. I love it. I can't wait to see him. What you about to say? Because he plays for a little. Like, I like Trae Young. What do you mean?
Listen, just get on, man. Just get on with me. Man.
No, I'm good.
Listen, man. We on this bandwagon. Listen,
we good.
Listen, man. Listen, Quavo here, man. Listen.
No, we straight, bro. They got you got the Falcons in there, too.
Icy.
No,
Icy.
man. They disqualified, man. Listen, man. We got Outkast here. We got Taylor Brooks. Come on,
Hey,
man. Listen.
Ooh, you said who? Taylor Brooks.
You an icy boy?
I mean, shoot. I'm gonna send one to Taylor Brooks and see what she say.
Hey.
I'm gonna see.
You a glacier boy. That's what you
Yeah,
said.
glacier boy.
Man, listen, we're gonna get out of here with that.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm looking
You
forward
got Joy Taylor. Back off.
Chill, yo, come on, man. Why are you doing this on air, bro? Come on,
Listen.
man. I don't need to do that right now.
listen, I just want to say this.
Listen, man. Listen, it isn't fair that I gang up on Carmen. Don't gang up on you.
Oh no, it's cool. Like I'm all for it, but you can't have
Yeah.
them both, bro.
I'm not saying I don't want both.
Y'all ain't got both.
All right, hold on.
Y'all ain't got neither.
Watch.
Oh,
She hate watch it.
98.5 WJYN.
Yo, Chris, Warren.
Yo, Warren, what's going on, man?
Hey, I just wanted to call you, first and tell you, man, I finally got the Running Back podcast t-shirt. I am excited.
Oh man, thanks, man.
Hey.
Congratulations.
Does it fit well?
Yo, it fits wonderful. I will definitely show you a picture of it.
Oh, dude, that's great, man. So, what's up, man? What do you want to talk about?
Oh, well, for starters, I hear Mark in the background. I just want to congratulate myself for the meeting in the fantasy. That makes me wonderful.
Congratulations.
Don't worry. I sucked in that league. I'm finals in my other league because I got Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I shouldn't have picked Carson Wentz, but I digress.
It's
That's
okay.
what happens when you're a super fan.
I have hope that you guys. Well, you notice that with Matt Nagy not doing the play calling, we were able to successfully run the ball. We've actually utilized David Montgomery for once, and it's encouraging for us to go 8-8 instead of like 10 wins. But
You guys still have a outside chance of making the playoffs still.
oh no, we're gonna lose to your Lord and Savior.
I'm glad you understand.
Aaron Christ.
Rogers a pack.
Chris is just anointing everybody tonight.
He is.
Listen, man. Listen, I got a whole book, man. I got Rogulations. I got Luca Corinthians, man. Listen.
Yo, Chris, stop. She just said Luca Corinthians.
No, I might as well make like a whole running back Bible, man. Listen,
No.
Please do it.
Chris.
Add them to your book.
yeah. So
Write it down so I won't forget
Aaron
this
Charles
idea.
Rogers.
It's gonna be a consolation prize when he comes second in the MVP race.
Ooh.
listen, I should. All right, listen, Warren. Thanks for calling in, man.
Not
Oh, wow, Warren. Oh, Warren.
But yeah,
Oh, man.
yo, just real quick question. Because you're from Chicago, like, how do you think Chicago's going to do this year in terms of basketball?
When we got rid of all toxic, head coaches and stuff and GMs, I think best case scenario for us, play in tournament. I think that's our ceiling. We still have a lot of issues. I want to say Wendell Carter is pretty good defensively, but offensively he doesn't know what he wants to do.
Reminds me a lot of Miles Turner.
White are good, but they're not the playmakers we need at this time. If one of them can evolve to be a competent playmaker outside of scoring, I think that's good. I like our rookie. He's really impressed me so far. And we got Billy Donovan, who's a really good coach. So I want to say anywhere between 7, like anywhere between the play-in tournament. But I can also see us going like 25 and 47. So
Are you a Zach LaVine fan?
I am not.
Oh.
He didn't mention him.
Why not?
I am not a Zach LaVine fan. I like what he does. He's the Eastern Conference version of Devin Booker, so who can dunk. So I mean, that's my comparison. He's Devin Booker, but he dunks.
So why don't you like him?
That's not a knock on him. It's just I don't know Zach LaVine. I'm not as high on him as Bulls fans. Like if we keep him, that's cool. If we trade him, that's cool too.
Okay.
So just not the number one guy for you then.
No, I don't think he was number one. I think
No,
he
not even.
benefits more.
Yeah.
I think he benefits more on the second. I think he's one of those. I kind of feel the same way about Devin Booker. I feel like they both would benefit as being a good number 2 on a winning team. But if you ask them to be a number 1, they're not going to playoff team every year.
Listen, I completely understand your sentiment. Listen, if you don't want if you don't want Zach LaVine, I got a perfect guy for you to replace
I
him.
don't want Tobias Harris.
Please take him, please.
Look, you guys, already, but that's forever for Al Horford's contract. I don't need you guys to say problems, okay? All right.
First of all, how do you know I was going to say Tobias Harris?
Who would you go think? Were you giving Benjamin? Were you giving Joel?
None of the, not them.
All right, you got me. But listen, Kobe White's going into his second year. How do you feel about him going on a campaign for Most Improved Player?
You said Kobe White. I like Kobe. I think he's point guard. I think he's the 2. I'm really interested to see how Otto Porter's going to be.
He's
Because
done. He's a
last
scrub.
year we didn't have anything Otto Porter. And all this talk I was hearing that he was our best player, that he's 3-and-D.
Wait, that's what they were saying out in Chicago?
That's what all the analytics and the stat nerds.
They're out of their mind.
Yeah, Mark.
They're out of their mind.
Otto Porter's the best player because of what he can do. He's 3-and-D.
He's a
And
scrub.
now it's like,
Jesus
I don't know. Zach LaVine gets his 25 on a good night, but whatever.
Right.
Oh man, listen,
Listen,
I'm sorry. I know you guys haven't had good basketball since the '90s, so you guys are just grasping for straws.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
a reach.
Chris.
we had good basketball until
D Rose.
I would have went to Philadelphia Sand Bay. For you guys were very salty after that game one when you guys had Evan Turner out there, and you guys was Juju. I want to thank Chris and Derek Rose. He died, so ever since
Sad
then,
day.
it's been the same.
Listen, here's the thing. You can do what I did. You can blame Spencer Hawes for that. He was in the vicinal area when that happened.
Blame Tibbs. Y'all had the game won. Game was over. Y'all was up like 15 with 3 minutes left. Blame Thibodeau, making sure you got that 42-minute mark.
I already started my Tom Thibodeau after Derek Rose died. Okay.
Oh my God, no!
Oh,
D Rose is still out here. He's still around.
I know.
them knees ain't though.
He can still play.
It's funny because all I hear from these fans is like, "Oh, Derrick Rose is eating." I'm like, on Detroit,
And he's
these
that's
guys
facts.
are accepting mediocrity, and I guess that's what it's like to be a
Damn.
Chicago fan right now.
Lord.
It's accepting mediocrity. We're gonna be an 8-8 football team. We're gonna be like a low 30-win basketball team. The Cubs have fallen apart. The White Sox might be a first-round exit. Other than the Blackhawks, it's a tough time to be a Chicago fan.
I mean, but y'all have had so much good luck, good fortune with your sports teams over time. Think about us in Philly. Like, we've had, like, Heartbreak Hotel, like, so many years.
At least you guys are alive enough to see the Super Bowl. I wasn't even see.
Dang.
Okay.
My
Well, football.
I wasn't even see. I was like, I'm 2, 3, and 4 when the Bulls won their titles. So unless I can watch the OVA and tapes, I'm not remembering that. Other than the Blackhawks and the White Sox, I'm like 11. We're in the same boat, my dear.
Okay, I can take your respect then. Damn.
Yeah, well,
So,
yeah, well,
I do have a question for you guys, though.
shoot.
Where do you guys see Philadelphia this season? Like your ceiling and your floor. Like where do you guys see this season?
Floor 6 seed, ceiling 3.
Ceiling is 1 for me. Ceiling is 1, definitely floor 6. I'll say it again. It comes down to one person.
I agree with
It
Mark.
literally does.
I agree with Mark.
And-
I'm going to have high hopes for us. But we'll
Is
see.
it Ben or Joel?
It's Ben. It comes down to Ben. Because we know what Joel is going to give you every single night. The uncertainty is who's going to be the second guy. Tobias Harris is so inconsistent, you don't know. Ben Simmons, he only plays when Joel's not there. So it's like, bro, when are you going to actually be aggressive and help the team? So it's just the uncertainty. That's why if all those things are actually clicking, Sixers can easily be the number 1 seed. Just imagine with Ben's skill set if he was just as aggressive as Giannis. I don't think Giannis is more skilled than Ben. He's just way more aggressive than Ben.
Can I play devil's advocate?
Go for it.
I think your uncertainty is Joel, and I love him. I think Joel is one of my favorite players in the league. But you say you know what Joel is, but also you also know that Joel Embiid is going to give you he's going to give you an unmotivated 25 and 10 too, and that's also the thing that I need him to be better at.
Yes.
Joel Embiid has
It's a little lazy.
all the same talent.
Absolutely.
A little
I
lazy.
can, you know what? I do agree.
It's good to footwork. He is a menace to society on both ends of the floor.
When he wants to.
But that's what he wants to. Joel Embiid knows he's a walking double-double, but if Joel Embiid is like, you know what, guys, I'm going to go sit over here and do my 20 and 10 for like the first half and not show up for the rest of the game. Hey, Ben, can you take us to the promised plan? And for all the caveats that we talked about Ben, he was his best player last season. He was All-NBA, probably could have won Defensive Player of the Year, and he showed that he's an elite defender, rebounder, and facilitator. So I guess I can take that as my secondary option as opposed to my unmotivated first option.
That's fair.
I can agree with that. I think
I
it all ties into too is just the overall, what I've been saying, the overall attitude and the on and off switch of the Sixers and how they just approach things. It's the same thing with Joel. They are the leaders of our team, Joel and Ben. How do they play? And what you just said about Joel was exhibit A as to why the team plays how it plays sometimes because of their attitudes.
Yep. Warren, I can't even deny that whatsoever. I mean,
Shit, I
deep
can't
down
either, man.
deep down inside that does bother me. Like I wish that Joel played against Karl Anthony Towns every night. I wish he played against Andre Drummond, Hassan Whiteside.
For
That
sure,
man-
whenever Shaq and Barkley call him out.
Yo, that man annihilates Anthony Davis. Like, why can't he do this every single night?
It's the
So
attitude.
you are right.
But I will say this, though. You have Doc Rivers. And in the past, Doc Rivers, he holds superstars So I do believe that, I do believe that based on the talks I've been hearing that Eddie Cole is working out in the gym together and having this brotherly bond, and they got the coach that can manifest their potential together. So I want to see how this goes. For Chris's anxiety, I would love to be hard on that team, but for reality, I would love to see Betty Joel running.
Just work. Yeah, just work.
I mean, it would make sense. We put so much into them. Like, please, can it work out?
Honestly, I just want it to work out. I'm tired
That's what
of
I'm saying.
us as a fan base just chasing out our superstars the first time that they show trouble. I'm tired of it. I like the fact that we have star talent here, but I just hate the fact that there's one bad hiccup on the road. Oh, they need to get out. They don't have that Philly attitude because we're doing it right now with Carson Wentz, and right down the line, it's gonna same thing. It's probably gonna happen to Ben. Then it's gonna happen, Bryce Harper, and it's gonna happen to Carter Hart. It's just.
I think honestly, I don't think that Carson and Philadelphia situation is going to end well, and I think we could probably cut ties with him. Why you still have value for him? Probably be brought to Indianapolis, some New England of all places. You could probably throw him somewhere. I just don't see, and I'm not even the biggest Jalen Hurts fan. I'm not even saying he's your answer, but you have a disruptive quarterback that doesn't want to be on the bench. You have a young backup that's doing well, and Carson Wentz got local money tied up to these guys. I just feel like the best quarterback is you're going to have to get rid of Doug and Carson. You're going to have to get rid of one of them at this rate. And I just personally feel like you might as well get rid of the multi-million-dollar quarterback, try to get as much assets as you possibly can, and then take next season to rebuild through the draft and all season picks as you can. That's just being objective looking in. I think Carson Wentz is a top 10 talent, all things considered, as a quarterback, but this season it just was an epic disaster. Just no offensive help. He seems to regress. He's lost his confidence. It doesn't help that his backup is playing better than him, and all he hears in the media is, well, Jalen Hurts is out here. Imagine if he plays, you guys might be winning first place. That's gonna get. I don't care how much money, how Teflon you are, you're gonna get tired of hearing that, especially in Philadelphia. Philadelphia media is ruthless. Chicago, New York.
It will beat you down.
And if they beat you down and they tell you something, you feel like, I don't want to be here anymore. So I just want you to cut losses. But if you keep them and it works out, I'm happy for you both. But that's just how I would objectively think. Also, Mark, lay off on my man, Giannis. All right, I've been hearing me for the better part of like a couple months saying Giannis is great and he shouldn't have won an MVP. Look, it's time MVP. Okay, it's gonna be all right.
All right. Hey, Warren, before you go, before we got to wrap it up, what's your favorite all-time Christmas movie?
Does Die Hard count?
Yes. I'm actually wearing a sweater. Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Are you and Chris friends?
Probably Die Hard or the adaptation of the Chris Brown version of this Christmas.
Okay.
It's fair.
I do like that rendition of that song.
You gotta call back so we can have the honest talk. We ain't got time, but
Yeah, listen, Warren.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, Warren.
All right,
once
Warren.
again, man,
Thanks, Warren.
thanks for calling in.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Enjoy the shirt. You got the number. Call back in. Yeah, sorry. Anyway, so we got about less than 2 minutes left. So let's dive right into the most important part of this conversation: hot chocolate or eggnog.
Oh, I didn't know you was gonna hit me with
hot
that.
chocolate.
Well,
all
see,
day.
I'm both. I love both during the holidays.
I don't like eggnog.
What?
What? You don't spike your eggnog?
No. I just had a
should.
hot chocolate bomb last night. It was amazing.
You put milk in it or what?
Put milk. I put hot milk. That it was a chocolate ball, hot chocolate ball. Poured the milk.
And it just melts right over.
Marshmallows flew to the top. The hot chocolate came, went to the milk, stirred it up, and it's like when you took the spoon out, it was like chocolate on the spoon. It was amazing. Like if you have not tried a hot chocolate bomb, recommend.
Don't forget coquito. You gotta add that.
Coquito.
In there. All three of those, like especially this time of the year, I'm on all three.
What you know about that coquito?
Come on, yo.
Oh man, listen, eggnog for me. So.
Oh, you got to do it now. You got to do it with a little bit of rum in there.
Okay.
What
That's
you
like
put in
everybody.
yours?
No, normally I just drink.
You just drink it. Bro, we grown. Put some in there.
He's
Well,
keeping
no.
it classic, keeping it classy.
No.
Eggnog.
I mean, this is before I drank, so like even before that.
Oh, I was gonna say, go to Wawa, grab yourself a carton, get some rum, and throw some of that in there with a couple of ice cubes. Thank me later.
I'm not going to the Wawa with a rum bottle. I'm not homeless.
No.
Right. But listen, tonight we got big games coming up. Start of the NBA season. We got the Nets and the Warriors, and we got the Lakers and the Clippers.
The Battle of LA, which I don't even know at this point is even a battle, but that's all the time that we have for this week's show. I want to thank everybody for calling in, and especially to our callers. You're great every single time you call in.
Love y'all for real.
NBA's back, baby.
And that's right, and we wish you guys a very happy and safe holiday.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yep.
Happy Hanukkah.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animals.
Yeah.
We'll see you at New Year's. Peace.
Peace.
Later.
All right, we're clear.
I'm actually not gonna curse this week. I don't have a reason to. I'm in a great mood.
Don't do it.
Usually I fly off the hinges with some F-bombs real quick, but I'm cool. But I'm chill. Great show today,
Yeah,
guys.
it's a great show.
You guys did
That was a
you
good
guys did an
show.
Awesome job.
We were cutting up.
Yeah.
Y'all's funny. Chris was not letting you go with the
Chris
light
was
skins.
like, I was like, Chris.
I'm just
Chris is
cracking
like
up.
going in on me. I'm like, yo.
Them light skins. She gonna leave with Steph.
Right.
With Steph
Them
Curry.
light skins.
I'm like, hold on. There's a theme going on.
I'm
There's
like,
definitely a
relax.
theme.
When 2021 comes and I start to really break down, you have to be shocked.
I got Blake Griffin as a 6 man.
What? Yo, I'm done. I'm done.
Oh
Chris,
my God.
Mark, I need you to take a picture. Remember I told you?
Yes. Thank you for reminding me.
Alright. I want to do.
Oh God. Wouldn't be
Y'all funny, man. I like y'all.
wouldn't be a good work environment without a little tension.
I like it.
Chris, you're hilarious. Alright, I guess I'll be like just.
You want your Gucci bag in there?
Oh, my Louis.
Oh my bad. You need them to see the logo. You got the logo on the other side. Let me see.
Oh no, you wearing a Ben Simmons shirt underneath?
Yes, I am.
She did.
I'm about to take this off and take a picture with the Ben Simmons.
She dedicated. All right, I'm gonna take it like this first. Let me know what you think.
Okay. Hold on, let me just tell me one.
3, 2, 1.
Jordan Clarkson.
You cheating? All right, let me take off the lie. Are you ready? 3,
Say Devin
2.
Booker.
Hold on.
Let me see it.
Let me know how you like that.
Oh, Sam.
I can change it.